Recording started.
Hi,
Recap.
Bob.
Hi, Bob. So we made it onto the ship, the Dirty Liar. We had some shenanigans on the Dirty Liar, including a spar in which 6 absolutely slaughtered Mud. Discovered some fancy things about each other. There was a fancy werewolf night. We ended up finally meeting Than, the trade prince. And
Sorry, are you guys hearing her twice?
Nope. No.
Okay, good.
So finally met Than, who turns out is a devout follower of Melora. Jorak and Than had a powwow, which we are not privy to. And then Dion and Than had a powwow, which we are not privy to. And then we all received amulets of protection against scrying, which are fantastic and important because we've been hunted by assassins for a while. And we had many conversations. We have to go find the Shredded Sun. We were told that that is in the... I forget the name of the place.
Sun Empire.
Sun Empire.
The Shrouded Sun is in the Sun Empire.
The Immortal Sun.
Immortal Sun. Yes, I misspoke.
The Shrouded Sun is the cult that has been messing with Haven.
Yes. Which we realized is actually just a... basically, it's Thursdan, catfishing a bunch of cultists, as he usually does. So, Chained Oblivion's a bitch, and we are on our way to meet back up with the boat and head to the Sun Empire.
Cool.
I think that was it. I mean, that's about as good as I get.
Okay, you guys... Sorry, what was that?
No, I just really want to do a quick interjection saying that every time I hear the term Sun Empire, this is just the image that pops into my mind.
Oh my god, literally as you were posting that, I was talking about the same thing.
Walking on a dream. How can I explain? Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, actually.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't know any. I have no idea.
It's a pretty good band.
You should listen to them. They're quite upbeat and fun.
I don't know. See, that's a problem. I don't like fun.
Lol.
Gasp.
Alright, nerd. Let's play.
Okay.
Let's do this dur and dur.
So you guys just got on to the Dirty Liar and left.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you guys doing now? Well, let's do the first week of travel at this point.
As I say, presumably we're heading to the Sun Empire.
You guys are heading to... Remember, you guys have a stop in Valeforge before you head, and the ship's gonna get resupplied before it heads to the Sun Empire.
So we're basically going due south, and then we're gonna go to west.
I am currently fixing the maps thing because it popped up. I reorganized my computer over the weekend, over the break, and now everything's all messed up. So I am fixing everything. Cool. Open. Cool. Done. And yeah, sweet. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just realized that my recording didn't have the map overlay on it that shows the maps in the world, which I've been doing to give something a little more interesting than just the character sheets in the chat bot. So, okay.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Okay, so what is your guys doing on your first week of travel?
How many weeks do we have?
You have 4 weeks until you arrive in Valeforge.
I mean, keep going. I'm just...
Zill's going to continue working on the book. She's now proficient in Arcana, but she's still going to try and
learn more of the books.
Learn all of the things in the book.
Okay. So, how many do you have left?
I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 learned. So I think that leaves us with 7 because there were 18.
11.
wrong.
Yes, 11 left. So go ahead
11
and go ahead and just make a series of Arcana rolls.
There's 7 just because it's a week. Badoo?
Where? Oh, rolls. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you get 4 of them. So roll 4 d11s.
Um,
4 of
that's
them.
not what I typed.
Reroll the
8,
6.
6, 6, Jen.
Reroll the 6. So just reroll 1. 9. So 6, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, cool.
Woohoo!
Right here. So 6. 6. Okay. So first one is shield.
I already knew that one.
Well, you knew that from another one. You didn't know it from his spellbook.
No, I knew that from Ramita's book. It's in my list of specifically from Ramita's book.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess
Sorry.
counterspell is that one.
I currently know Absorb Elements, Comprehend Languages, Counterspell, Ice Storm, Water Breathing, Alarm, Cone of Cold, Ramina's Ice Meteors, Dramatic Orb, Fog Cloud, and Shield.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't mean to be...
Okay. And then, well, it was not marked in my thing for one that you had learned.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know.
So both Shield and Counterspell I already had
Okay.
prior to this.
Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Thunder Wave is one then.
Okay.
Then we have Snillock Snowball Swarm.
Is that different than mini ice
Yes.
meteors?
Yes.
Okay.
Sleet Storm and Shatter.
Hey, what the fuck?
Hmm.
I thought I was the one that did that spell.
Well, well, you do have the ability to do that spell.
But it's also a spell. Okay.
So DM, I'm having a bit of a hiccup here.
Mm-hmm.
I need to add Dion to the campaign because he's no longer in the campaign.
Oh, that's right. You had the update for your
Mhm.
class. Yes, let me send you the campaign link.
And then when you get a moment, Dan, can you tell me how many spells are left in the book
Yes, give me just
right
one
now
second.
so I can just note it?
Is this like a grimoire from like what's it called? Clover.
I killed-
something?
I killed a mage and stole his spellbook, and I'm decoding his spellbook.
Nice. The fastest way to
Are you thinking of
decode
Black
them is
Clover?
that's it. If the fastest way to
Kinda.
decode it is if you ingest it into your body, not through your mouth, but through your heart. So like cut open a nice thing and just shove it in and like absorb
Or-
it into your being.
If we don't want her to die from having an alien object inserted into her heart, she could
Well,
just-
like, are you really magic or not? That's the real question.
I mean,
This
I
is
am-
a determining factor.
Pretty
Guys,
damn
stop.
magic.
That's my fetish.
You can't see the thing I'm doing with my shoulders right now, but if you could, you would be really persuaded.
Wow.
My hips are in it a little bit too, actually.
Okay.
So if that's the case, you have 5 spells left in the spellbook.
Yay. Okay.
Jeez, I
I'm
have
good
so
on
many
mine.
character sheets. All right, that should work. Thank you.
That is exactly
So
right.
let me
I would like to
delete the
say.
one that I
My
had because
face
I had
was
the
about as
original one
smart as
open
well.
up. So let me fix that.
I should have already.
It was in there when I opened
the
it.
campaign with that character. Hold on.
Let me get in. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to go to campaigns.
No, we're good.
Yep.
That one's in there now.
Cool. The old one was in there originally when I opened them up for the stream.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it says copy of Dion.
it doesn't anymore. I fixed it.
Okay. Let me refresh that then.
But like, they made it so much better. It works with D&D Beyond better now too.
Does it?
My unarmed strikes actually show up, and they show up right.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Now my tab reads correctly. I like being able to see the names on the tabs. So, like when it said copy of, and I couldn't see Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So there's all that. It's all done.
So yeah, that is what she's doing in her downtime.
Okay. So that is your 7 days of downtime. Anybody else have any downtime stuff they want to do this week?
With the restock that we've recently had, Barnaby is actually arranging various like different kinds of foods that he's just kind of laying out in the what is a ship's equivalent to a mess hall? Is it just a mess hall?
I think it'd be called galley, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Galley? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's just like having basically a feast for himself. Like, halflings are known for having various meals, so like he's willing to let people come in and pitch in, but he is also super willing to just eat all that shit by himself.
I'm gonna be there, but also, are straws a thing in canon?
Straw? Oh,
Like-
No, they kill turtle race people.
Kill sea turtles.
Sorry.
I'm gonna get a
Because
Sorry.
turtle hunting
I
cross.
had
Hollow
to
reeds
laugh.
were a thing.
I have to laugh.
because if straws are not a widely adapted thing, I would like to pursue the concept of them under my own copyright.
That's how we got the money to make the ship.
you're gonna have to make a hell of an intelligence check.
Oh God, let's see here.
What would you even make them out of?
I'm not
Like
I'm not
shoots of some sort or wood.
What would you call
I'm
them?
I'm not the DM. I can't actually make you do a roll
Suckers.
for that. That's up to him.
I would call them Slurpee sticks.
Scrolls of glue.
Slurpers.
Slurpers, yeah. See, that's pretty good. I'm gonna call
Scroll
them
of
slurpers.
slurper.
And so
Yeah.
while Bees and me are having like this big banquet of a meal, we're the only two at this huge table, like Hogwarts style table covered in food. I'm not going to
That
be eating.
depends.
I'm just going to be fucking around with a little chute, trying to figure out how to drink alcohol through it.
That depends entirely on whether or not there's meat at this table.
There's definitely meat in there.
Yeah, we just restocked recently, so we actually have meat that's fresh. So we are eating it. Yes.
You definitely have a Zill at your table.
Okay, cool. We're not alone.
Zill's definitely eating the meat.
Okay,
Pretty
you guys do
exclusively.
realize this is a boat. The only food we stock is hard bread, old cheese, dry meat, and lime.
Well, you probably get a couple days worth of fresh food, and this is
We
your
save
couple
that
days,
for special occasions when we have guests.
It's for
And
when
you're-
it's already molded and
and you're eating it right
Well-
now. Usually, for most ship trade, you have the back stock of stuff, but you would, when you first initials load up, you would probably get like a day or two's worth of fresh food, so that you have that, and then the rest of the stuff once the fresh food runs out.
But level with me here. If we start off eating the crap shit, we can eat the tiramisu a week in when we really want it.
If you want
That
it
sounds
moldy.
like a terrible idea, and also you are not the one who gets to decide of this because I am Captain Number 2.
If we can prestidigitate the mold away. We can clean the tiramisu.
I'm not sure that's how that works. That would be more of a purify food and drink thing.
Yeah, there's a purify food and drink spell.
No, I'm pretty sure prestidigitation works. I watched a wizard do it.
And that is why Everin is constantly in the bathroom.
It wouldn't
Um,
purify the stuff that got into it. It would clean the surface of the food.
Yeah.
As someone who uses prestidigitation literally all the time, I can assure you it does not purify food.
I mean, it purifies it for your
Okay,
mind,
But
but
if
not
there's
your taste
mold
buds.
on the food and they prestidigitate and the mold's not on the food is good.
But there's still mold in the food where it was growing.
I
Because
can't see in the
Depends
food.
on how
You would
long-
have to remove the food to get rid of the mold with prestidigitate. Because prestidigitate is
just like-
basically it wipes anything off.
Yeah,
Basically. But the mold would still grow into the food.
food works like cheese.
Just cut off it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so what if you cut the like food into so many different like little tiny bite-sized pieces that everything in that case what was once inside then turns into the surface, and then you prestidigitate that, you're at the very least getting rid of a high percentage of mold, and this is nothing. This is a nothing conversation.
So
We're
I'm gonna
getting
pick
nowhere.
bees up. I'm gonna pick bees up real quick. I'm gonna walk around the table because I was sitting like at a different end. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna pick him up by the waist because he loves it when I do that.
No, in character, Bees it has a mouthful of food and is trying to grumble at him the whole way, but just decides that, you know, if he's eating and he's happy.
It's a bonding experience. He's like linked over in my arm so he could still reach the table with his arm and his face.
Then he accepts.
And I'm gonna try to show him the magic that is this shoot slurper that I've concocted, and how I think it's a wonderful idea.
All right. Now, what am I looking at here?
It's a stick that you put in liquid, like your drinks, like your booze. You know that the booze, right? And
All right.
you can drink it without tipping your cup. And so I know what you're thinking. Not that cool. It's actually super helpful on the boat because the boat's always rocking and swaying, and it's hard to not splash the booze on your face, right? So with the straw,
right.
you don't actually have to tip your cup in any way, shape, or form. You
Use a
just
straw.
put the slurper to your lips and you just drink it out without the cup tipping. So you're not splashing and spilling or wasting any booze.
Well, all right. Now that is a very nice idea. But what about the occasion in which the boat is rocking so hard that you have yourself losing a bit of the booze on the top anyway? Now, I would think that in that case, you want to have some sort of cover on there. But then in that case, we would essentially make your here slurper device completely useless.
No, because we could use something like a coconut where it's got holes, right? Where we
All
can
right.
make holes. And we could put the slurper through the hole and it would be like a contained space. So the liquid, the booze, ideally, wouldn't slosh and spill out on those rough night waves. And you could still enjoy it with no loss.
So what you're saying is that we should make. Well, hang on now. There are some okay, wait, out of character. What do you call the kind of the cups that you drink booze out of? They're usually
Sippy
made
cups.
of wood. No,
Oh.
not like they
Tankard.
have like
A whistle.
tankard,
Hold on.
tankards. Yeah, they
Did you
actually
fucking
have
say
like
sippy cup?
they actually have lids, right?
Of course it's
So
a sippy cup.
A Stein?
Oh, Steins.
a Stein,
Steins have
yes,
lids.
Stein.
Are
All right,
you
so
referring to straws?
all right, so back in character. Back in character now. So what you're saying is that you essentially want to create a Stein, but have a hole so that way you can have this here slurper right down in that hole and
Wow.
keep all of the booze in there while it's a swishing and a sloshing, but still be able to drink it comfortably.
I love this idea. I love putting things in holes. I love booze.
You
It's like a
fucking nasty-
win-win on all ends.
Wait, can we put it in bowls so when I'm eating soup, I can just drink the soup from the bowl?
In theory, yes. I haven't tried it in practice. Do we have soup? Is
Now
there
that depends
still-
on whether or not this here is heat resistant.
Well, it's just like it's a
Plant
wood
fiber,
slurper,
technically.
All right,
plant fiber slurper.
should be
It-
fine then.
It would slowly degrade, like faster than in the booze, but like it would withhold, I think.
Zill's just sitting here, eating meat, just meat, watching you guys have this discussion, thinking it's absolutely hilarious.
Six walks in. He's like, "Are you talking about a straw?"
Is
I'm
Are
so
straws
glad someone did
things?
it.
What the fuck is a straw?
I will cast a minor illusion of like a metal straw.
oh,
Be like, I saw my Lord Dagmar using these all the time.
fucking classy ass bitch. Fucking
Barnaby
And their
Barnaby
inventions.
finds a hat just like loosely around there somewhere, so that way he can throw it down on the fucking deck. Well, that's
Love it.
just a right goddamn. I thought we were going to have a nice patent there. All right.
Yeah,
No,
I could have taken that
that's
the fan
fine.
and paid
That's
off all
fine.
of our debt with just
Mud.
that one idea.
Mud,
But
it's
no.
fine. I have an
You know-
alternative idea here. How about the hole is the straw in itself? So you essentially have a slurper sort of like attachment, but you don't necessarily have to put the slurper in yourself. It comes with the lid. The lid is a slurper.
You know, I'm pretty sure Than had some of those at the banquet table thing that he had set up.
Bees
Saying.
picks up the fucking hat and tosses it overboard.
You go up the stairs, out of the hole, over to the edge, and just chucks the hat off.
And I need to find a way to audibly make it apparent that I threw it off, so Bee just goes, "Yay!"
Yeet.
No, I'm holding you still. You can't just walk away.
Then I ask you to carry me there, and we do the whole spiel.
I'm gonna carry him there and do the whole spiel.
Did I say something wrong?
No, not
No!
wrong per se. Just
Just ruining my
Hilarious.
dreams there, robot boy.
Mostly my dreams.
Mostly his dreams. I was going to bank off it though.
It was such a good idea.
I thought they
Now we're back, and now we're having just a little more food, a little comfort
Dion,
food.
they left all this meat on the table. Would you care to eat it with me?
I mean,
Sure.
y'all can help yourselves. It's
That's like all the food we
somewhere.
have, though, and it's supposed to last.
No.
for weeks.
Barnaby actually made sure to portion out. He always orders a little bit of extra food in order
Wait,
to
with
have
the
like
meat?
these sort of celebrations. Yeah, like
This
So
is
we-
not dried meats and not dried foods and not preserved
exactly.
foods.
yeah. So it all has to go anyway.
You have like
So-
2 or 3 days before it's spoiled.
So Barnaby actually like plans this out so that way it's like, you know, we have a lot of people, so we're gonna have a huge banquet and then like eat all the food that is gonna spoil like more quickly, and then like all the ration food is still there. We're not gonna be short on food if we eat all of this. Like I laid out all this in plans of it getting fucking eaten up.
Lol.
I just like to seem like I'm in control, you know? You guys ever feel
Well, then
that
maybe
way?
how about you stop saying things that are wrong?
It's not that they're wrong, it's just that they're not
Oh,
entirely true.
They're just horribly misinformed and not entirely accurate. That's completely different from wrong.
It's just trying to be misleading, not wrong, you know?
That's fair.
'Kay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else are we doing this week?
Apparently nothing.
I'll have a memory.
'Kay.
Again, of course.
Is 6 really quiet for anyone else besides just me?
It's a
It's really quiet
little
for me.
quiet for me.
Okay. Let me just turn his volume up on my screen. Can you try talking again, 6?
Hello.
That's much better. Okay, cool. You were just like, it sounds like you were like across the room talking at your mic.
Oh, I don't know.
So,
I'm
I don't know.
sick, so maybe that's why.
That might be it.
Only do it.
I will gather the party, the normal party, as usual.
After an evening's rest. Okay.
Good morning, Six. How did you sleep?
I had another vision or memory.
Oh,
Yes.
tell.
Dagmar had a. He looked like an elf, but he was darker.
You've met a drow before. You had
Like
an
the
interaction with the spider
yeah.
one, so you would
Yeah,
know.
like the ones that attacked us.
Sorry, did you say Dagmar was a drow?
No, he had a drow. You called it. He had him forge him 4 weapons.
Oh, I see.
They were using elemental magic. He had. I don't know how to explain it. A spark from the elemental planes.
Oh.
But he also placed curses upon them. It was mentioned that they would be used in the future by the cults of the Elder Elemental Eye. I do not know what that is.
Zill does.
I was gonna say that sounds super familiar. Can you refresh my
Um,
memory? I'm dumb.
When you had your vision with Paylor, he talked about Tharizdun and how Tharizdun
Has lots of different.
tricked some of the elder elementals into believing that he was the elder elemental and basically their creator.
Yeah. Zill would explain that in better in character than I can do right now.
And you also remember that the crew of the Dirty Liar defeated one of these cults.
That is true. I would also mention that quietly.
And Paylor also told you in your vision that they destroyed one of the 4 weapons. It was a trident. And 6, you would remember a trident.
I saw a trident. That was one of them. Do
Interesting.
I remember what the other 4 or other 3 were?
Zill will glance over at Jorak's hammer.
And which
One is
elements they
Jorak's
applied
hammer.
to?
Zill would mention, oh, we have a weapon here that was cursed.
Jorak's hammer is actually another one of them.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Which element was that one?
Earth.
Earth.
There was a dagger.
I would relay that he is holding one of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the trident? Have we seen it?
No, it was. They
Did
said
they destroy it?
Paylor said it was destroyed when they defeated him, the
Mhm.
leader of the cult.
Okay.
And then one was a dagger. That was the fire one, and then the other one was a spear, which was wind.
I would relay that.
I have some knowledge of the history of weapons. May I take a look at that?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
You are holding one of them.
I will give it back.
Are you going to use your legend lore thing on it?
Yeah, it's a little different now, so you might want to glance at it again. But yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Is it under feats and traits?
It is under class features. Feats and traits, class features.
What's it called again?
It is called... Grim Psychometry. It's the very bottom one.
Okay, go ahead and make an intelligence history check.
Okay.
If he'll hand it over to you.
I do no such thing. No, not yet. I hand it over.
Okay.
23. Okay. You. This weapon was forged by a drow for the purposes. It was forged using an elemental spark of earth from the elemental plane of earth. And then it had a curse laid upon it that basically brought out the wielder's rage and wanted them, and basically made them want to smash and destroy things. It incited the rage that was already there in a person. It brought it out. It made them swell, which is what Jorak was feeling when he went to go pick up the hammer, or the pick
But
originally.
it's been purified now, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was purified.
At the pool
Yes.
or the whatever. Yeah.
Melora broke the curse.
Swimming
Okay.
pool of the lore.
Yes.
So now it's just a weapon.
Inflatable kiddie pool.
It's a weapon of elemental earth. It's a
Okay.
weapon for a champion of Melora, basically. You do recall some knowledge since your role of the others, of the other four, because they were forged in the same time and proximity to it. The water one was a trident that had a curse placed upon it that basically fed on the greed of the wielder.
Okay.
Please tell me one of them is a magical rod that feeds on lust.
No.
Aw.
The
Oh
other,
God.
the other is a dagger that basically incites impatience. Impatient. It makes you quick to act. It makes you not. Basically, it makes you burn fast. Basically.
Jenga.
And then there is also the spear, which actually is probably the closest to, is actually kind of almost, it basically makes you greedy and lustful. You
Ooh.
are very, like, how do you describe it?
Did
What
someone
element did you say the
say
dagger was?
The dagger was fire.
lustful?
That's what I thought.
You guys might
it's lustful
remember
and
in another life that there was a
my
dagger
pussy,
that
I need it
fits
now.
this description that was destroyed. A few of you will recall that in another life.
Was that the one I threw into the fucking fire plane?
As a dwarf.
Yeah.
Do I, based on his description and based on the Simon dream that we canonized that Jorak had that dream, do I recognize any of the weapons based on that description?
No.
The one shot. I totally forgot that. My
Yeah,
brain
it
just went
makes sense now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I try to do one shots that are going to like feed to the main story.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Yeah, noticed. Yeah, we're gonna get killed because of your one shot.
You don't even know when that took place.
Whoa.
Which
Doesn't
one
matter,
shot?
I know
What?
it's gonna kill me.
It's for a different
They
thing.
okay, 'cause
decided to accidentally
another
unleash a
character will say
demon
this.
lord upon the world.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Fun.
Yeah,
There's
I just
nothing we
wanted
could have
food,
done.
man. That's all I wanted.
Okay. So you kind of get all that information, which is also what 6. It matches up to what 6 is saying.
And the spear. I'm sorry. The spear was like lust, and then what? What was the element?
Wind.
Right.
Wind. Okay.
Lusty, anger, greed, jealousy kind of are fed by that one. But that's what the curse feeds.
Okay. And we believe that the
You
trident has been destroyed.
From what Paylor confirmed that the trident was destroyed, but the crew of the Dirty Liars said that they defeated the cult and they threw the trident into the portal and it was destroyed. Along with the cult leader Gar Shattered Kill.
Gotcha.
So
I definitely would have said try don't when I threw it.
Lol.
It's canon.
Okay, cool. DM, let me know if any of that
Daggers
is inaccurate.
but
that
we
looks
don't
about right.
know that, right?
I can get you a more like later. I'll get you a more updated like actually descriptions of what the
Sure.
I can start pulling that up while we.
I convey anything that I gained from that.
We don't know that the dagger was destroyed.
No, you guys have no idea. You guys player knowledge do, but yeah, outside of that,
Yeah, that's what I mean. The
Yeah.
party doesn't.
party doesn't.
Right.
Okay, so as far as we know, the dagger and the spear are still out there.
Yes.
Well, and we haven't talked to them about the fact that they threw the trident away. So we.
Okay, so the dagger
we
makes
do-
the wielder impatient and rash is the best way to describe it. And then I act without thinking and take risks without weighing the consequences is the best description. Let me see.
I'd like to inspect all 13 of Dion's daggers.
Feel free.
Well,
Wait, but he only carries 12.
no, he definitely carries 13.
Okay, the trident makes the wielder covetous.
Inspect
I
my
demand and
daggers.
deserve the largest share of the spoils, and I refuse to take part with anything that's mine.
Okay.
Um,
It's a yellow lantern. Got it.
then
No, sorry. Orange.
we have
Yellow sphere.
what's your hammer called, Drake?
Iron Fang.
Iron Fang.
These are not the hammer.
Or yeah, the pickaxe.
Never mind.
So destructive nature, wielder's destructive nature. I like to break things and cause ruin. And then we've gotten, which one are we missing? The
spear.
Lusty Spear, Wrathful Hammer, Jenga Dagger, and Greedy Trident.
Okay. The wielder, mercurial and unreliable. I break my own vows and plans. Duty and honor mean nothing to me for the spear.
Ooh.
Sorry, say that. Say that again.
Here, I can actually just.
Yeah.
I kind of want that IRL.
I'll put it in notes here so you can see it.
Spear of the Betrayer. It sounds like.
Yep.
Your Facebook is blowing up, DJ.
Yeah, I know, it's going fucking nuts.
Okay.
It's
So-
so many people.
So that's you basically because of the way this knowledge that you got from 6 and your role and the fact that they were all created in proximity, you learned each curse that was placed upon the weapons. Okay. Is that everything for that you wanted?
Sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, for like this scene with the memory 6 is.
Oh,
Did you want to give them more, or do you want to
I
save more
think-
for later?
I think I had 3 other little
1, 2,
snippets.
3.
Right. I don't understand this next one. I don't know what that's saying.
Oh, that's kind of the same thing as this last one. Those names are
I
the
just want to just go ahead and like add that right now.
yeah. We can just add that now.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to explain that. I'm not sure.
Okay. So also in his vision, Six witnessed one person or 4 people come and take one of each of the weapons, and each one whispered a blessing of thanks to the Drow and Dagmar. The one who took the trident whispered a prayer to Ol Hydra. The one who took the hammer whispered a prayer to Ugarmuch. The one who took the dagger, Imix. And the one who took the spear, Yancy Bin.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
That makes
Just
sense now.
very
I
weird.
think it was
Yeah,
just the way
like,
I typed it up.
What the fuck is he trying to say?
Sometimes my brain does not break things up
No,
properly.
it's cool. Yeah.
But so they were all sent off right after being forged with a cult leader. So Dagmar has his hands in 5 different cults that you know of.
The 4
Wow.
elemental ones, and then the shrouded sun.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted for that.
Cool. Sounds good. Okay, and then from there, do we have anything else for this first week of travel?
I think Dion will just keep practicing.
Keep practicing with bees.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And practicing his art as well.
Okay.
His drawn art, rather.
Yeah.
He's gonna only help with so much in the realm of
It's
drawn
fine.
art.
He can do that on his own.
Fair enough.
He would probably ask Zil to help him, right?
Yep.
I mean,
Zil
that
will
said,
absolutely help. Well,
Bees
Zil
is
will teach
absolutely
anyone
willing
to
to
paint.
judge. So
He draws for himself.
Yeah.
He
That's-
rarely shares it.
that's great, but the thing is, like, he still will do it.
If he knows about it.
Oh,
Okay.
he'll know.
Okay. He draws in his room, but sure.
Okay.
Dion actually keeps himself a fair amount.
Okay, so we're gonna end this first week of travel.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Similarly to how Zil and Dion like would practice and like study things, is there any way I can do anything to like improve my like base stats? Like, is there like if I
Strength
I
training.
decided like this whole time to like work out, like do I get like a point of strength?
I will let you do strength checks on a daily basis for how much time you commit to it, and I will set a value, and I guess if you meet that value, it's going to be really high because of just what it is. But I'm going to say you probably could.
How would I do that with charisma?
If you constantly manscape,
I don't know. You look in front of a mirror and you say, "When Tani Wanimo, Yatar."
I just have to like work on my
I love that we all know exactly what you just said.
no clue what he just said
That
for
is
the
a
record.
Sims joke.
He said it. in
Never played it.
Simlish.
Said it in Simlish. Get claps.
Probably just working on like talking to people, like actively going out and like just be like,
hello.
hey, I want to work on like practicing like talking to people and like making sure
Zil will
you
happily
You can
teach you how to talk.
and like manscaping would also help because charisma is part of your looks. So
I could help you with both of those things.
I'm already so clean cut. Like I'm military thrown through.
but like taking the time to like rub charcoal on your face and like
Can't
wash
relate.
it and things like
Massaging
that.
your body with oils.
Exactly. Like
Christ.
buying like oils to like
Changing your diet.
Yep. Things like that would help improve your complexion, improve others' information like that.
On the opposite side of the spectrum of well, I mean, it's technically still manscaping, but he's not necessarily clean cut. Barnaby actually is a very extremely hairy fellow who actually manifests his hair in such a way that it looks almost like too perfectly curly in some areas.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how you go about it. Charisma comes in many forms.
Jorak's gonna grow a beard.
You're gonna grow a beard and oil it and brush it and
Mhm.
take care of it.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna do the big handlebar mustache?
No.
Okay.
Aw.
So for this, I'm gonna be making you do checks, and it's going to be a very high number of hours that you have to put into it to improve it. Like far more than Zill had to do for learning Arcana.
Oh, that's disturbing. Get rid of that. No.
What?
Jorak's gonna look like Jason Momoa at the end of this.
That one's
But
good.
but like it's just a matter of like you have to actively take the time to let me
Okay.
know, and I'll have you do some kind of check for it. I want you to describe to me how you want to do it and what check you want to use, and then I'll set a DC based on what it is, kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Sounds good. Oh, okay. Cool.
Shark's gonna look like this.
I'm gonna get pissed off at whatever you just posted. Yeah. Yeah, I'm mad.
Okay. Okay. So, are we good to wrap up week 1?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Just heads up, everyone's caught up in work stuff, so he might not be talking
Mhm.
or whatever.
Okay, fine.
No,
Jorak.
I'm good to go now.
Oh, you're good to go now? Oh, is
Yeah,
that what your
yeah.
message was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that it was getting more intense.
No, it significantly less.
Okay, perfect.
Is that-
That's even better
Is
then.
that better, Jorak?
Sorry, what?
Is that better?
Is what better?
Look in reactions.
Fuck yes. That's exactly it. Jorak's gonna get some like tribal tats.
There you
that,
go.
Like Melora, like stick and poke, like Melora tats.
There you go.
Some like
Is there a
bushes
tattoo
and-
artist on the ship?
I'll give one.
I can
I'm
be a
fucking
tattoo.
absolutely not gonna
Do it.
trust Six to give me a tattoo. It's gonna
You
look
don't
like something
trust
from a
the
printer.
steadiest hands here.
What kind of roll is it?
It would be a performance roll. Or dexterity.
Wait,
like
if
sleight of
someone
hand.
tattoos me, can I change form and get rid of it?
That's a good question.
No.
I
I
mean,
thi-
you can.
Because I think you can. Can't you like
Changelings can literally
manifest
change
yourself with
everything
tattoos
about
as a
their
changeling?
Yep.
So you could just manifest a tattoo. You don't have to have someone give it to you.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, if they want to practice,
I want to say
I'm
in your
all up
base
for human
form.
interaction.
Wow,
or,
he's like
human
the
contact.
slab of pigskin.
I feel like that would still be there in your base form, your non-shifted form, but
Mhm.
like any form you take would not have it unless you wanted it to.
That would make me very happy when I like pass out because I'm obviously a wimp. I mean, look
And
at
you
me,
just
I'm
have, like, a
charming, but I'm a
Dick
wimp,
tattooed on your forehead.
and like I'm just covered head to toe in ink.
Like that guy that always walks around downtown with a checkered face.
It'd be like
Yeah.
overlapping and like terrible.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can't tell where they were.
No one sees me in that form, anyways, unless I tragically get killed by my friends. Sorry, so-called friends.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna move on to week 2.
Six is just basically spending most of his time just sitting, like, staring off into space.
Week 2 is actually going to have something happen.
Is 6 made of aluminium?
Or aluminum.
No, aluminium.
He's mostly made out of
We're not British.
I don't think 6 is British.
I mean, is British even a thing? It's just how we pronounce stuff.
It's how British people pronounce the word.
You know, Maybe I'm a bad guy. Maybe that's what that means. By Star Wars logic, I am the bad guy.
Do you wear a hat?
I sometimes wear a tiny hat.
You're a bad guy. Just Whedon's rule.
Are your pants the like jodhpurs with the like flared out like hips?
They are not, but I do sometimes
Okay,
wear
then no,
slippers off
he's not a
screen.
bad guy. Only bad guys wear those kind of pants.
That gave me the shivers.
Which one?
The hair shaving.
That
Okay.
Yeah.
one?
Okay. So let's just jump right into it this week, and then we can finish we'll do the
Splish.
roundabout extra stuff for the week after. But this week of travel, the seas are much, much stormier than normal. And this day in particular, you see what appears to be a wall of vortexes, typhoons rising up out of the distance.
Point of order, I cast water breathing on everybody every morning.
Yep.
Just throwing that out there because it sounds important.
And
That's
As-
fine.
6, you notice that as you enter in, the typhoons almost appear out of nowhere. They just begin to rise up out of the water. But they're miles off in the distance. And you begin to look around, and the ship is completely surrounded.
Did our mighty compass
Bye.
pick this up?
No. Well, the compass only shows islands. It doesn't show you the weather.
Surrounded by what exactly?
Typhoons.
I
Water
begin
spouts.
prepping. I
Giant
shout
water-
orders to the crew to begin prepping the ship for submersion without actually submerging.
I mean,
Okay.
a typhoon is like a hurricane.
It's a water tornado.
Water tornado.
Oh, I posted the wrong
No, a
gift then.
typhoon is literally a hurricane.
But yeah, the winds are like it
So
is.
It's a water tornado then. Got it.
It's yeah, but the winds are
Okay.
picking up. The storm is brewing. It's definitely getting very, very choppy. Waves are coming in. The ship is thrashing around.
Is it underneath the water or is it?
You can't tell. It's above the surface.
What we're seeing is above the surface, but there's
Okay.
also potentially underwater also.
They're
Captains.
in every direction.
They're
Yes, I am the captain.
360 degrees around.
I too
Um,
am the captain.
is there any way to avoid this?
Typically, under the water is safer. That's
They
why
are
we're
in all
prepping to dive.
directions.
What if
Yes,
they
sir.
go
I don't
underwater
believe
as well?
This is natural.
That'd be
Uh,
really weird if they could do that.
I mean, there'll
This
be
definitely
current.
doesn't seem normal anyway.
There'll be current, but we probably can't sail right through it. But it's safer under the water because there's no wind, and like it's just
Unless they are in fact
I hate
trying
moving
to
unless it's
count
me.
for the fact that we are gonna go underwater and there's something even worse under there.
Jorak,
But like, it'll be okay.
your goddess likes water, yes?
Hmm.
She's not the goddess of the sea, but she's
Shh. Who is that? Who is that?
I didn't use a high pitched voice.
Very
You may want
I
to
order
say a few
somebody to
words
do
her.
some reconnaissance above water. Let me know if they see anything.
Yeah, Lemmy is gonna jump off the side of the boat and go swim around.
No. Underwater reconnaissance is next.
Well, no, he swims around on top of the
Oh,
water.
okay.
Dude.
the
Yeah.
waves are like he will get thrown against the ship if he jumps off.
Yeah. That's what Lemmy's for.
We can tie a good rope.
Is that why you call him Lemmy?
Yeah,
We should all nod ourselves.
I really don't know what his name is. It's okay. If anything goes bad, we'll just dive. It's good.
Now, I'm sorry, did you say to nod ourselves?
We're gonna get naughty.
So
Yes.
over
What do you think I meant?
Now you stop that.
So you guys furl up the sails and are just using the ship's magical core to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Because
at
the
the
wind
moment.
is too harsh, we don't want to like have the cells down.
And it's
anything's,
changing
like-
directions constantly.
Yeah, so that's just we can't deal with that. We have magic, so let's use the magic.
Right.
So you're creeping along at a slower pace, just
Of course.
because you're fighting the large waves and the turbulent
The
water.
current, yeah. Okay.
As you draw closer to your destination, you notice that the wall of typhoons is not moving, except for it seems to be closing in around you.
It's stagnant.
You know,
this is
I knew
quite
that was gonna
sinister.
happen. That was gonna happen.
The
This is
ones
very
behind
sinister.
and to the north and south of you. Oh no, this would be the north, west, and east sides of the typhoon seem to be closing in, getting smaller.
This
So-
definitely doesn't seem normal.
It's very sinister. Do you think
The crew of the Dirty Liar would have heard rumors of a phenomenon like this that has been
Phenomenon.
claiming ships.
yeah. But
Phenomenon.
we're not a regular ship, let me tell you. PC party, as I point a very sharp finger around to all of you. We will vanquish the typhoon once we figure out how to do so.
Okay.
Right.
Zilla
so I've
walk
got a better
over
idea.
and get a
Um,
rope and tie herself. Make sure she's
Let's
tied.
dive. Diving
Uh,
seems like the
GM.
safest option.
GM, before
Yes.
we dive, I'm gonna drop anchor. We're not gonna let the ship move.
Well,
Let's not stay right where we are.
The
Yes,
magic
we're
can,
going to
the magic
allow-
can sustain it.
But
Yeah, we
we're
have the
going to
magic.
allow the vortexes to pass over the ship. Once they collide, we'll descend far enough under the water using the anchor that once we pull up the anchor, it'll propel the ship back above water. We could go.
Well,
That's
I'd like
not
to
quite
say
how it works.
The typhoons seem very sinister. I don't think they'll collide and just go away.
They'll
Like, it's
probably
not gonna
rip
just
the
go
ship
away.
apart if they got
No,
close
no.
enough.
So that's why we're submerging too.
Yes.
No,
But,
we're gonna
like-
drop anchor and submerge.
Let's just like submerge and see like what's going on under the surface, man.
Well, if the below water is too jostled, really, I don't want the ship to get knocked around.
It'll be
we won't
less
know-
jostled than
We
up here.
won't know where we end up.
Well,
once
we
we're
have a
under the
map
water.
for that. We have
This is an
compass
emergency
map.
situation. You can't just consult the map in an emergency. This
Yeah,
isn't
you
a video
can.
game.
No, well,
You guys
consult
have a
the map
magical
and the
like
stars.
GPS.
Yeah. You're the one who's standing by it all the time. Do you not know what that thing with the glowing stuff does?
I know pretty good.
Yeah, obviously not. We're gonna dive. Captain is exclaiming it.
Now,
Well,
for a
I-
second there, I did think that you said we were gonna die.
No, dive. With a V's.
That's the plan, isn't it?
One day, 6.
I
Not
mean, we
this
all
day,
have
though.
to die at some point, right?
Not this day. Now dive the ship. to
But
get
it is
out of
not this day.
stormy weather, windy shit. I don't like wind. Did I tell you that? It messes up my hair. And I'm a changeling. I choose how my hair is.
It's cold and it's gusty and it
And it
blows
gets
everywhere.
everywhere. Not like you.
So we're
That's right.
diving.
That's
Okay.
a Star Wars Attack of the Clones reference for anyone who's curious. Oh, is that
Yeah.
Clones?
It's just saying.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
All right, guys, can we please
'Kay.
play the game?
So
Yeah, we have been. Sorry.
the ship dives.
Thank you. The captain has spoken.
You guys continue to move as you dive in the direction southward. As you get further, you notice that these typhoons almost seem to continue down to the seafloor.
There are also whirlpools.
Yep.
Oh, well, that
But they're
shoots my
guiding
idea
us.
in the foot.
They seem like they're guiding us south.
No.
They're not.
You've reached the limit of how far south you can go.
Oh. Well,
It's fine.
Did
folks.
Lemmy
It's just
come
a little
back?
rain.
Did Lemmy make it back okay?
I'm gonna assume Lemmy did. He's probably a little
Okay.
bruised and beaten.
All right, he's fine. He'll live. Won't you,
Yeah.
Lemmy?
We're gonna send out Scapegoat. He's our underwater reconnaissance guy to scout the area.
where you guys are at currently, you do notice a huge mound of broken ships, like covering the seafloor, and at their center,
Foreshadowing.
is a giant mountain of coral that appears to have been grown over a portion of the ships.
We're in the fucking Bermuda Triangle.
That shit looks real pretty though. Like, does anyone have a? What do we take pictures with nowadays?
I don't know if I
A
have
photographic memory.
Minor
Six, you got a
illusions.
photographic memory, right?
What is a photograph?
No, it's like a memory where you don't forget things.
Well, here, look at this photograph. Now, every time I see it, it does make me
No, he
laugh.
forgets things.
I punch
Oh.
you in the face.
Oh my god. Well played, sir.
Can I throw bees into the water?
Yes.
You're in the water. We're
No,
under the
like
water.
out of the bubble dome that encases the deck of our ship into the water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do so because that photograph does not make me laugh, mister.
Wow, guys.
Guys, that reaction was supposed to go in NSFW because we're going to be putting this on YouTube.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just
It's
after
a thunderstorm. I don't
It's just a
understand.
thunderstorm.
I know, but
Just a
like
thunderstorm.
people watching will understand, and they'll flag us.
What was
Oh,
it? I didn't get
well.
Bob wouldn't flag us.
You
Just
don't
a
know.
thunderstorm, man.
Nothing happened. You see nothing.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. So what are you guys doing? Are you gonna? All the typhoons seem to be hurtling you towards this mound of broken ships.
We should go where the whirlpool are guiding us.
You do
I'm gonna-
notice at one point when you're just sailing around, that the whirlpools all seem to stop around a perimeter that encapsulates this ship graveyard
The ship graveyard beckons
with
us.
the coral mountain at the center of it.
This is suspicious. We should
Wow.
investigate.
I'm thinking if we can get into that ship graveyard safely and not be part of the graveyard,
Ideally, yes.
we won't get hit with the whirlpool, and we could
Well-
raise
Well,
above.
you guys are currently that's currently where you guys are at right now.
We're in the perimeter.
You're still moving. You haven't stopped the ship.
But the whirlpools have stopped.
The whirlpools
closing
have
in.
stopped closing in.
so
Oh, okay.
so
So
So it looks like a prison cell with whirlpools as your bars.
Cool. Well, I think we just live out the remainder of our lives here.
okay, with my seafaring knowledge, am I able to like determine like how strong are the whirlpools? Like, is there any chance of us actually being able to make an escape with the dirty liar?
No. You will get pulled into the whirlpool and thrown into the graveyard.
so I've got a question.
Yes.
I've got a feeling that this is magical in nature, obviously. Can I maybe like do a check, like an insight check or something to be like, what is this? What is going on? Get some insight on what's going on kind of thing?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Because that would be the one to get, because you're assuming it's magical.
Okay, how about natural 20?
Natural 20. This is definitely a magical phenomenon, because the whirlpools normally would cancel each other out and become one. They would
Mhm.
they would eat each other, basically, and enlarge.
Can I get any idea what's causing it? What is triggering it? I mean,
You honestly, like, based on looking at the surroundings, the fact that there is, like, hundreds of ships shattered and ripped apart on the seabed here.
yeah, I understand the function, but like, can I pinpoint like, oh, there's an object over there that's creating this, or
You can't see, but the coral mountain draws you to probably have something to do with the cause of this.
Okay,
Um,
I would explain that to everyone. Well, I'm pretty sure that coral over there is, if not causing it, at least maybe something inside it.
Because it's
I
at
hate
the
to say
very
this.
center. And it's oddly at the center.
I hate to say this, but I think we may have to swim over there. The water around where we are now, we're underwater, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
There
the
is
water
a
where we are now is mostly still.
there is a current, but it's mostly still because of the whirlpools around. It's canceling out any big currents pushing through the water.
Okay. Well, what do you say? Shall we go investigate?
I think that is a wonderful idea because I don't want to be stranded here with only 3 weeks of food.
Right. That seems like the safer option.
Okay.
But we are making the decision because we are the captains. Don't get it twisted.
Of
Yeah.
course, Captain. What is your decision?
We're gonna do what you said.
Do we have a dinghy? Do we have a dinghy, a magical dinghy that also has the bubble?
No.
I mean, I was gonna say I have a floating boat, but that's not gonna do us any good.
Yeah, we don't want to go up.
Just like grab onto my arms and I'll swim everybody over there, and like one of those word problems where like you can take the fox and the turtle, but you can't take the fox and the turtle and the bunny because the fox will eat the bunny.
Lol. I know what you're talking
Just
about, which is
eating
the worst
cool
part.
this.
It's the fox, the goat, and the bushel of hay, I think. But anyway,
I thought
Hey,
it
I
was
don't
wolf,
make the
sheep, and
rules.
farmers.
anyway, so we are. I suppose we all get ready to go, or is there any preparatory that people want to do before we go out in the water?
That's a wonderful idea.
I mean, everyone has water breathing cast on them already.
Yep.
Everyone who needs it, including Eritan.
Good thing you remembered that.
Damn. I was hoping she'd forget.
Why?
It's canon that I'm
Alright,
terrified and I
Scanlan.
hate Eritan.
Oh, that's right.
I said, all right, Scanlan.
Well,
I'll say, is Eritan the what's the
my familiar.
no sprinkle?
Eritan is the new sprinkle. No,
Yeah.
Eritan
Well,
is way more important than Sprinkle.
Eritan does live around your neck.
It
You
is
have-
true.
Oh, that's your snake?
Feed me.
I have a coatl. I have a. I don't know if we.
It's a celestial snake with wings, basically.
Bird snake.
I'm sorry. What did I just walk back into? I was just getting a drink.
I have a halfling familiar.
Me too.
Deliver me
Wow.
to death.
Does
Okay.
he talk a lot?
Anyway,
Okay, so you guys are going to swim to the Coral Mountain after you find a place to set down the ship?
I'm going to grab Everin by the pants and ride him.
Jesus Christ.
He's just a really
And
good
you were
swimmer.
worried about a
Safe for work
gift.
voice chat as well? Yeah, I was about to say.
This is not the time or the place.
Okay. So we're gonna just speed this along and say that you guys go ahead and everybody make investigation checks to see if you can find entrance. Or everybody who wants to make an investigation check, I guess.
Okay, I'll do it.
Not everybody has to.
I would definitely be looking.
Pardon my brewski.
With my admittance bonus. Obviously.
I mean,
Oh my God.
wow.
okay. Well, I saw a natural 20 in there, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Can we take a moment to appreciate that Six keeps rolling natural 20s at the beginning of the game, like first roll of the game?
Yep.
That is
Wait
my
until we get in combat, and then
not
you're
even-
just gonna be rolling twos.
That's why I make sure I give them rolls that are not.
Non-combat to start with.
Okay. So I'm just going to post the map for this little area, just so you guys know.
Yay.
The ship that you managed to find a ship that has a couple different openings that lead down into the lower section that you think will have. It seems to be the only point that you can access the inside of the coral. There's the captain's door, there's the grate on the top of the ship, and there's a chunk of the front of the ship that's destroyed. It's a
That's the ship in the upper left,
yes.
correct?
That shows the top and the bottom.
Great, I'll go that way.
Well. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense to go that direction.
Okay. So what are we doing as we enter? And I guess what order are we entering?
Zill is not glowing. Specifically, not glowing.
Jorak will bring up the rear per usual.
I'm not going to be near the front for sure.
Zill doesn't mind leading. Zill and Dion?
Sure.
Up front?
Zill and Dion.
I
Who's
draw my
I
weapons
will
and I'll
go
go
in
third.
front as well.
I don't know who can swim the best, but
Everyone can swim the
definitely
best.
I would notice
The
things.
seal can swim the best.
6 can swim. He does have buoyancy. He doesn't just sink.
I mean, technically, I'm mostly wood,
Yeah, that's.
but it's like
You do have metal over you, so you are buoyant.
Like aluminium.
a bunch of
Callback.
So 6 and Dion are heading in first, with Zill right behind them. Jorek's taking up the rear. Everin, Barnaby, and Mud. Where are you guys?
Just like in between those two groups of people.
Yeah,
you just
somewhere in
listed.
the middle there.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So 6. As you swim into, which way are you trying to enter into the There's 3 entrances. There's the locked grate on the top of the ship, the captain's door, and then there's a smashed front part of the ship. Which way are you going
me
in?
and Dion are in the front. Right?
Yeah, which way are you guys going in?
I would leave that decision to him.
Dion, which direction are we going in?
good adventurers always start to the left.
To the left, to the left? Which one is the left, though?
I'm guessing that's the hole.
Yeah, where are we entering from?
Yeah.
We're entering in the hole that says
The top.
down right near
Okay.
the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay,
let's-
so the
let's
top
take
left
that one.
ship.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, does it have numbers on
At
the
the
map
front.
for you?
It does not.
Okay. So that ship in the top corner, top left corner, the ship that's outside, it shows the top of the ship, and then the other one is the underside of the ship.
Yeah.
Like below
Okay.
deck.
So we're entering through the breach, the hull breach,
At the
That's what I
very
was thinking.
at the front
very
of the ship.
top.
Very top north part.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys swim in. There is a room. It's full of looted crates and barrels that seem to have been damaged or like smashed open and looted. And there's a door on the far end of the room. It is
Okay.
dark, so people who don't have dark vision can't see once you enter the ship.
If we need light, Zill can make light.
I mean, come on, guys. It's 2020. Who doesn't have dark vision?
Dion will begin by going. Oh.
What?
Water
Because you
breathing does
guys
not
have-
allow you to speak underwater.
Oh,
Good point. I mean, it doesn't say exclusively that it doesn't.
It's still like affected by water.
We've done it before that water breathing is okay underwater. Or that
The
Yeah.
speaking. Oh.
yeah. I think I don't really like care that much about
Well,
the
in
speaking
pools
underwater.
currently, I can speak even though I can't breathe under it because you're like the sound still
It just
reverberates.
doesn't carry as
It's
far.
just muddled by
I
water. Is
can
all I
read
was saying.
lips.
lol.
There you go. Everybody talk through 6.
I think I'm a sea elf, so that exempts me from.
Yep, you can talk. It just the sound just doesn't travel as far underwater is all. So
Anyway.
what are you doing in this first room? Are you just gonna go
Um,
through the door?
Needful.
empty
You
box.
said there
What's
are
in here?
empty boxes.
There's just empty crates that look like they've been smashed and looted.
Are there any traces of what looted them? Were they looted before or after? Do they seem like they were looted before or after the ship sank? Because if
Um,
I
there's
hope it wasn't land sharks.
right?
Tell us everything about this room ever.
Um,
Is there a chair?
there is no chair. They appear to, like, you can't really tell because they've been submerged underwater for an extended period of time, but you're assuming that when this ship sank, they had not been looted.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's kind of what I was thinking. All right, we're fine. We're good. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It's just-
I guess we'll keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
going through the door.
So in this next room 6, as you pass through the door, you notice 4 figures slumped on the ground across the room.
On
Humanoids?
the ground or like floating?
They're like they're
Ew.
they're on the bottom of the ship, but like if there was current, they would probably shift. They appear to be dead.
Are they
Ooh.
humanoids?
They do appear to
Like
be
typical-
humanoids. They do appear to be covered in barnacles and coral and sea growth.
Gross.
Welcome.
Zill's gonna use Mage Hand, and you're gonna see a little glowing golden hand just kind of like swim through the water, or like kind of gently shake it and see if it reacts at all.
As the hand touches it, it begins to move, and so do the others.
I was worried that might happen.
Nobody saw that coming.
Let's roll initiative, guys.
Coral zombie of some sort.
So there's 4 total. Here, I'll show you a picture of them.
It just wouldn't it just look like the guys from Pirates of the Caribbean?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Lol.
Where's
Not
my
sure.
thing?
That sucks.
There it is.
Yeah, I fucking hate D&D.
Please tell
Oh,
me
wow,
that
that's-
I remembered how to do it. Yes.
Good God! Can somebody roll over a 15?
Terrible. Terrible roll.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
boy.
10, 14, 10.
That's
Five.
hilarious.
We can't roll that. Zorak has advantages.
Okay.
Wow, that's a really shite roll.
You have +9 on
Plus
your
9.
initiative?
God, we are gonna die.
Okay.
Poorly.
Mud is on his
So-
way.
Wait, I
for
haven't rolled
rolling.
yet.
Yeah, he
So
just got
Jorak
back.
got a
It's-
10.
Game's on.
Zill got a 14.
Another 10.
We're fired.
What the hell? I have a +7.
6 got a what? 10?
10. We have 3
Okay.
10s.
Dion got a what?
7.
Wait, Everin, you have a. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That was a different roll. Never mind.
Mud got a what?
10.
10. Okay.
Bullshit,
-1
man.
intelligence.
Okay, so 6 definitely has the highest dex. Who's next out of Jorak and Mud?
I've got
I have a +5.
14.
Oh,
I have the
20.
highest
That's
dex,
my
but he has a
dex.
+9 initiative.
He goes second in the 10s.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Hecate is my last name, by the way. Everyone's been saying it wrong. It's Hecate.
No, it's Muddy Cat.
No, your name is Muddy Cat.
Muddy Cat.
I'm not a He-Man or what's the one with
Muddy
the cats?
Okay.
Yeah.
With
Barnaby,
lion
what
on
did
it.
you roll? 14? That is same as Zill. So who has the higher dex between you two?
Zill has a +3. Yeah.
Cat.
Bees.
No, +2.
What do you have plus?
For your dex.
For
3?
dexterity, it's
Okay, so Bees
yeah,
goes
so
first,
3.
and then Everin rolled 17. Okay, cool. Okay, so we begin with Everin.
Okay. Give me a hot minute.
So you guys are fighting in the entire underside of the ship. They are back near the stairs that appear to lead up to the captain's quarters.
Are each squares 5 feet?
Yes,
And how many of these are there again?
there's 4.
Okay.
Wait, how close together are they? Sorry.
They're see the little staircase They're flanking the staircase. You guys have just entered the room from the doorway up at the far end of the front of the
So
ship.
we are what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 north of them, give or take. Hey, a piece of spinach.
Yes, 9 north of them.
I didn't get any spinach on my map.
Okay,
I'm zooming in. I don't see any
I don't see
spinach. I'll be right back.
that is definitely my
squiggly
dinner.
lines, but
I had spinach for dinner.
Okay.
All right. So what we doing?
Everyone gets to start. So,
Okay.
I think Everin is the only one that has a swimming speed, so he's the only one that gets to move at full speed here.
Yep.
Does anyone have ice attacks?
What? What? Who has ice attacks?
I'm just asking. Could be
Who
beneficial.
could possibly have ice attacks here? Definitely not the sorcerer, who definitely doesn't have ice attacks. Definitely.
Disappointing.
She says.
I'm more of a thunder kind of guy by the looks of it.
That's gonna kill us all. Don't do that.
I don't plan
Thunder
on
is
it.
sound, not lightning.
Well, I mean, I still don't plan on it because also sound is apparently muffled underwater, so I would imagine that also applies here to some relative effect.
I mean,
Okay.
magic.
it wouldn't negate magic though.
So, how far away is the party as a whole from the creatures, and how close together?
I'm
are
gonna
the
say that you
creatures?
guys all got through the door and are clumped in the far end of the room. So, about 40 feet from the front ones at the front.
Oh, gotcha. Even with my top speed, it's a bit out of the way, I think. Okay, well, because they're a little further than I thought, I think what I'll just do... Wait, shit, I forgot I had these.
Are we talking? I'm putting it in general. Are we talking something like that? Where the blue part up there and there's the red ones?
Yes. Yep, that's exactly right.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move down into that middle partition.
Okay.
And I'm going to hide.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a stealth check.
I think this is the first time we're going to see the captains in action, aren't we?
Without getting beat down
You
by
don't
6.
count them just getting knocked
Minus
out
my
into the
lovely
action.
self. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hide.
My hand got wet.
You sure he's stealth with a 32?
I don't think.
I don't know,
I
you can't tell.
We just think he disappeared, right?
Man, I can't wait to see the captains in action.
So you just
Where
watch.
did they go?
You just watch Everin swim forward and just kind of like move around, and then all of a sudden he vanishes. Because I don't think anybody has.
I mean, even I don't have enough perception to see that.
Yeah.
And then that was my bonus action. I'm gonna ready up.
Okay.
I have a
too.
+1.
Oh,
I
wait,
might
no,
be
I
able to save.
Never mind. I don't think I can do that, can I?
What?
I mean, even if I roll a natural 20.
So
I
you're
forget.
gonna hold your action?
You can move. You can do a action and a bonus action.
So
bonus
you
action?
moved, you used
Correct.
your bonus action to hide, so you have an action still. If you want to hold that action, you can.
But
Yeah,
you have
and,
to declare what it is and what the triggers it.
Uses
Gotcha.
your reaction as well.
And it uses your reaction to actually do the thing.
So I'm going to hold an attack action when I can like feel the presence of the creature in the doorway,
Okay.
adjacent either side of the open partition.
So when one of them moves up.
Bingo. Like I'm ready for the stabby.
So you are right near the center of the room, right? is where you tried to hide
Yes.
at that like broken, shattered wall partition thing.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Wow, you guys are like GIF happy today. Okay.
Always.
So
get happy.
next
Like,
up
this is a
is
big-
Barnaby.
Okay.
All right, bees.
Do you want to be purple or red? Just right now.
Purple.
Purple. Okay. I'm just figuring out where you are. So
What was I
currently you have a Dion and a 6 in front of you. Zill is flanking to your right side, and then Mud and Jorak are to your left.
Suppose what I want to do in that case, shoot, I guess,
Don't get me like that. Don't do it.
Whatever you're gonna do, don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm kidding. Do it.
JK.
okay. What I suppose I could do, is I can cast a 4th level invisibility to make myself and 2 additional people invisible. I can technically cast that at higher level, but I want to save some of the higher spell slots if needed. With that said, who is the closest to me currently?
Not me.
So you said Mud and who else is like within my immediate vicinity to my left? You said.
DM.
What was that? Your left is Zill.
Well, yeah. Who's like in my closest vicinity?
You have the 3 closest to you is Mud, Dion, and Zill.
Okay. Mud, Dion, and Zilla. In that case, what I can do is I can go ahead and say make them all invisible in this case. And invisibility gives them all sort of advantage against people that they're attacking, if I'm remembering that correctly, because they can't see them.
Attacks against them have disadvantage, and
Oh, that's what it is. Yes.
I don't know if
Is it regular invisibility or greater?
It is regular invisibility.
Okay. So that'll break as soon as we do anything.
Oh, that's true.
You would know that having the spell. We wouldn't necessarily know that, but you would.
You'd get the advantage on the first attack, though.
Correct.
It's true.
It would still be beneficial. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Because, I mean, we could probably
What-
kill him turn 1 at this point.
Probably. Second question then: does stinking cloud still work underwater?
Ugh.
you would probably just befoul the water. But these guys probably won't be affected by it because they're undead-ish looking.
Yeah, undead have the whole like that thing.
Just
And,
you would just know that.
and I keep asking these questions because just of the nature of being underwater. Magical fire, is that kosher?
Magic fire.
Fire, they have everything that's underwater has resistance to fire.
Yep.
So it's half damage. Just because the like you're trying to burn something that is soaked in water.
Right. No, that's sensible. I just need to know these things.
Melee attacks are at disadvantage unless it's made with a dagger.
Dagger, javelin, sword, spear, or trident.
Is sound damage at a disadvantage? Or thunder, I guess?
No modifier.
Nope.
Per the rules.
Okay.
Magic is magic, works underwater.
Yes.
Fire is the only.
Unless it's fire.
Dampener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also unless there are exceptions. Just okay. Hang on. Let me do a quick look at my thing. Situation. Undead usually have a stupid amount of constitution, but I think this will do a thing still. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 15-foot cube originating. How far away are we from them?
40 feet.
Okay, and
You'd
I
have to
can
move
move
forward, probably. I think
25.
you can
25
move.
feet.
How much speed do you have? 25.
I have 25 feet. Yeah.
So you can move 10 feet underwater because you don't have a swim speed.
I am not gonna be able to get close enough then.
If you want to
This-
move forward and then prepare the spell for when they move into range,
Yeah, you know what?
that's something you
I'll
can
just
do.
do that. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare Thunder Wave for when they get into position and just move 10 feet forward.
And you don't know where Everin is, so you can't necessarily.
Nope, I'm just gonna go and just be like, "Yep, all right, let's just go."
Um. Okay, so Barnaby, that's the end for you. Zill, what would you like to do?
Oh, jeez, I'm in the end for me. Jeez.
Are they within 5 feet of each other? Like there's 2 within 5 feet on one side, 2 within 5 feet of the other, right?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to use Ice Knife at first level, but I am going to dual cast it.
You said you didn't have ice magic.
I totally was joking the entire time. Very obvious sarcasting. Sarcasting? Sarcasting.
Casting sarcasm the spell.
I was sarcasming the spell.
I was mesmerized.
What I have to read. It's been so long since I've actually had to use my sorcery points. Equal to the spell's level. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to use 1 point to dual cast. I am
Oh.
hearing myself reverb really bad.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
6.
I was
Yeah.
going to say something.
Yep, I'm hearing it too.
I think it's through bees. Or it was.
I was hearing it through Dion, I think.
Hello.
I mean, Dion has his microphone.
Because every
has his microphone
time. Okay.
sometimes.
Everybody be quiet, and Zill talk is the only one that talks right now.
Hi guys, it's me. Can you hear me?
It's definitely
I-
Bees, because Bees is the only one lighting up when you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? I have my headphones on.
Or your mic is pick.
Maybe turn down your headphones a little bit. The volume.
I'm just gonna put the mic a little bit further away from my face.
Okay. Okay, let's try again, Zill, and see.
Da da do da dee da bop.
Okay, I'm not hearing reverb on that one. Or, oh, okay, I see what you did. Okay,
So left group 22 to hit. It's just whichever one is closer,
okay,
or no, which one? The one that's in the back on either side.
the back one. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the left group gets hit. The right group does not, but it
Okay.
still explodes.
Yeah, all 4 of them still have to make a dex check.
Okay, so I'm going to make the left group first. We've got you have so the 14 and 11.
Spell save is 16. So
So the left group gets hit for full damage.
so the one that I hit takes 8 plus 5.
And you targeted the back one, right?
The back one. So that one takes 13. The one in front of it takes 5. On the other side, I assume a 10 does not hit the main target.
Just a second. So 6, 4, 2, and you take a 3. Okay. Okay, so left. Okay, so that's 6 and 3. Okay, so the one at the back was the original target and took 8 damage, and then the explosion deals how much?
Wait. The explosion deals 5 to each.
5 to each. Okay.
So one took 13, one took 5, and they're both ice damage, and they are both. One is, no, the first one is piercing damage. The 5 is cold damage.
Okay. Cool. The rest, the other one, the initial attack does not hit, but it does explode still, and their save, both of them fail.
Do you want me
'Cause
to
you said-
re-roll the damage?
You have to roll damage again for the second one.
Ah,
So 2 splash damage.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. You anything else, though?
That was a. Do I even have a bonus action at this point? I am not going to use a bonus action. I'm just going to stay put. Yep, I'm just going to stay put and ready to cast more next turn.
Okay.
All right, that's it. Also, I'm going to BRB.
6.
It would help if I weren't muted. Okay. How far away are they?
They are 40 feet, but you move at half speed because you don't have swimming speed.
Unless I just blink right next to it.
Unless you just blink right next to him.
Okay. I will. Which one did you hit, Sil?
The ones on the
Back
left.
I will blink to the ones on the left.
So the ones that got hit hard. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to just get in front of them, or do you want to get behind them? Do you want to try?
Just right in front of the closest.
Okay.
Actually, right next to it, like between it
And
the
the
side
wall?
of the ship.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
And I will attack.
Okay.
It's 19.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's at advantage because I blinked. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, crit. Oh, that was even worse. Okay. Yeah, 19.
Okay, that hits. Oh, you have disadvantage, though, because you're underwater. Oh, but you're using a
But
sword.
I have advantage because of the blink.
Yes, so it
My
would just be a...
first attack is... So it was just... Okay, so then just a 19. And then...
Your second attack.
Oh,
Oh, you're doing the damage.
So 10 damage.
Okay.
He's still up.
Yep.
And I will attack him with a second attack. But you said this is a disadvantage.
Yes, because... But you're... But it's a... This is a sword attack, right?
This is, yeah.
Okay, so then you're
I can't
fine.
use a bonus because I blinked.
Yep.
What? Oh, why the hell did it do that? It's a 13. I rolled a natural 1. 13.
Okay.
Total.
I
don't know why it did it
well,
like that.
technically you hit, but because you rolled natural 1, you failed.
It's still a hit? God damn. This fucking sword, dude.
But you don't hit because of the natural 1. So you scrape off some of the coral that's been building on it, but it doesn't seem to have actually damaged it.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
No. That was it.
Okay. It's Mud's turn.
Who goes after me?
Jorak.
Jorak goes after you.
So first things first, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on
Everin, so we can all see him.
No. We're going to cast it on the enemies in a 20-foot cube. Does 20-foot...
You can
20-foot cube does hit all of them.
You can get all of them in a 20-foot cube.
So I'm going to hit all of them with Fairy Fire. A dex save of 16.
Of what?
16.
He's getting that without hitting me, right?
Yep. Because of where you
I
jumped.
can aim at 60. I can aim at 60 feet away.
Well, none of them rolled above a 13, so.
Woo! All right. So any attack rolled against the affected creatures or objects has advantage if the attacker can see it.
Cool.
So I lit up all the enemies where they're at. We can hit them easily.
Sweet.
I am then going to proceed to use my Bardic Inspiration to give Jorak a D10 to either his ability check, his attack roll, or his saving.
Ooh.
And I'm going to play you a little ditty. Because this man
It's
Knows
underwater.
how
It's
to
going
jump
to
into the water.
be really muffled.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Let's make it more.
He's muting it.
Jorak. Jorak kills zombies. That's the song.
Okay.
It was
I think
beautiful.
we're all inspired.
And,
I will remember that until I die.
I am so
That-
inspired, guys.
I would like to say you're welcome, and that is my turn.
What can I
Yo,
say?
homie, where's your
You're
Spotify?
welcome.
Okay. Jorek.
I will move to the threshold of like the door.
You can move 20 feet, so you want to of the door that you came from?
No, so the group on, I guess, the left of the map, but the right of real life. Just move to like that door, or that sort of like doorway.
Oh, on the side of the stairs?
Or no, I mean, we're at the back, right? Like at the back of this room.
You guys are at the top of the ship. So like the point of the ship. You guys just moved into the room beyond the first wall.
The middle room. Okay, so yeah, I want to move as far as I can towards the room ahead of the one that we're in.
Okay. Okay. You can almost get to the wall where Everin disappeared. You still have like bits and pieces of broken wall in front of you, but it's like a little barrier, so like it's not like someone's knocked this wall in, basically.
Okay, gotcha. Then I will use one of my charges from Iron Fang and cast Shatter.
Okay.
I need a con save.
Con save from the closest one engaged with 6 right now.
Both of, or is 6 on the right or the left?
Here.
I'm on the left.
Yeah, I'm going for the ones where nobody is.
Okay.
So like if you're looking at the little picture, it's the left, but like the way Jorak would be moving, they'd be on the right. If that makes any sense.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're moving over by Barnaby.
Okay, yeah.
Here, I'll send a picture right now, just so you guys can kind of see how I have you guys laid out. Since I just realized you guys didn't have that. I will post it in the general, or not general. I don't have the ship drawn, but I'm sure you guys will figure it out. Okay, it'll upload in just a sec.
My lights are trying to kill me. I'll be RB.
Death by chandelier.
So the green one is Jorak, the gold one is Dion, the white is Zil, the black plus is 6, the 5 is Everin, the 3 is Barnaby, and the 2 is Mud.
Well, now we know where Everett is.
Well,
Spoilers.
yes, but you guys can't see him.
So yeah, that group at the bottom of the picture you just posted, I will cast Shatter on. It's a 60-foot range. Yeah, con save for both of them because it's a 10-foot sphere.
Okay, they rolled 10s.
So that's a fail. So it's 3d8s for both of them. 14 damage to both.
Okay, let me check something. Cool. Okay.
And then I will bonus action rage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Okay. Dion.
Dion is going to turn into a sea wolf, and
A wet dog.
Yep. And he is. Let's see. What is that? I need to make sure what this is now. Is this a bonus action? I think. Yeah, it's a bonus action. Okay. So yeah, I shift and then I swim towards the nearest one.
Okay.
I can swim 20 feet.
Okay.
Can I make it?
You can't get into melee with any of them because they're 35 feet from you.
Okay.
So you're 15 feet away from them now.
Okay, cool. That's my turn.
I'm having you go towards the group. Did you want to go to the group with 6 or the group with Jorek just targeted?
They're equidistant.
Yeah.
I'll flank with 6.
Okay. So it'll be whatever. You'll go to that side of Everin. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just want to know which side of the room you were headed towards.
I guess I might as well just dash, so I'll make it all the way there. But that's my turn.
Okay, so you're gonna get in combat with them. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. KK. Now it is their turn. Okay. So they're going to move up. Okay. So the 2 to the bottom of the picture are going to move up into Barnaby's face and right by Jorek. So Everin, you do get an attack of opportunity against one of them. Or you get
I was
the...
holding an action.
Yes, you get to use your action.
Hell yeah.
So you get your sneak attack against one of them.
It counts as a sneak attack?
Yeah, because you were hidden.
Hell yeah.
And you don't have disadvantage on your attacks because you have a swimming speed.
Right.
Just heads up.
And so I do have advantage on the attack.
Yes, you do.
Alright, so that's 2d20s plus my to hit. I'm going to use my rapier.
KH1 and then do a plus whatever.
KH1?
Yes. That'll keep the highest one when you roll it.
Oh, okay.
Don't have that at the front. It's like do the dice, like however whatever the dice is.
2d20,
Then
keep highest one.
yeah,
R-
2d20 KH1.
Space KH1?
No,
So it's
God, what is this?
exclamation R space 2d20, keep highest one plus your modifier. You need the space between the R and the 2. But yes, that's right besides that.
Right. There we go.
25, that'll hit.
Nice. So, and now I do 1d6.
So it's exclamation R, it'll be 1d, it's 8 for your rapier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
6. And then how do I add the 66?
So plus 6d6.
Plus 6d6 plus 6?
Yep.
Jeez.
So 33 points of damage.
Christ Almighty.
Surprise!
Okay, cool. Okay.
Fucking rogues.
And then
It's really no surprise about it. That is just rogues.
the other one is going to move up on 6, and there we go. Okay, so
Attack opportunity.
we have a set of attacks. So the first one is going to swing 2 swords at Barnaby. What is his?
It bees with Jorak standing right there.
So a 19. Does that hit bees?
Seeing right now, it does.
Okay, cool. So that's only one of them hits.
Okay.
So that's a plus 3, so that's 6 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution
Ooh.
saving throw.
All right, so 6 damage, as it is already. Okay, not terrible. Math. Yeah. Okay. All right, Constitution saving throw. Let me get that. Oh dear. Okay. Well, this will be a thing. I have no modifiers.
Okay.
Okay.
You're fine.
Woo.
Okay. Then the next one was going to attack Jorak, but because Everin came out and shanked him, he's going to turn and attack Everin.
And I don't have my reaction because I can
No,
seem to.
you use your reaction to do your action, basically.
Wait, hang on. I did have a preparation for
Oh,
my
yes, you
thunderclap.
did. You did have your thunderclap prepared. So go ahead and roll that, and they'll take that damage before they get to
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Let me do my thing. Doesn't matter. Like I mentally prepared a 4th level version of it, but like, is that like a hard rule that you're gonna?
You didn't specify you were doing it as 4th level, so you have to do it at its base level.
Okay.
You just need to make sure you tell me what level you're preparing it at.
Well, that's fine. Okay, no problem. I'll just cast the 1st level version of it. So that is just going to be Constitution saving throw for everyone within 15-foot cube of myself.
Oh.
Fucking wonderful.
So, Everin, you're going to need to make that save as well, because of
correct.
how he has to do it. And you hadn't been revealed yet when he set this off.
Okay.
Do I have to take one as well?
You do not, because it's a cube, and you are shoulder to shoulder with him, basically.
Right.
Okay.
It's a cube originating from me.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
it would be in front of me.
nobody else gets hit by it besides
Right.
Everin.
Right.
Where are my saves? On
Top
this
left.
sheet.
On DMB Beyond, yeah, it's top left.
You have +3 to your con save.
Oh, yeah. I thought those were.
No,
All right.
sir. I'll tell you what the save is once you roll.
Okay.
Ouch.
I don't think I need to tell you what the save is.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Did you have the monsters roll?
They both failed.
Okay. Yeah, you have my sheet, so you would know. Okay, so everyone fails. Yay.
So how much
So,
damage is
I
it?
swear to God, I'm gonna come
That is 2d8. Not terrible.
So roll your damage.
Roll 2 8s. Fucking roll 2 8s.
We can only hope, right? There's no additional modifiers to this, so yeah.
8.
I mean, I rolled an 8.
It's fine. I'm not mad.
See, now if I had said that I rolled a 4th level one like I wanted to, I would have had 5d8, which would have been probably a little better.
Now I'm mad.
But in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area and affected automatically push back 10 feet away, including the enemies that have failed the saving throw.
Okay. So they're pushed back how far?
10 feet,
10 feet. So they're 10.
which
10.
includes Everin, actually.
Well, I'm up against a wall.
So he can't go any further. But
That's true.
What if it's like a fucked up weak wall? Does he like smash through it?
Kinda cool.
They lose 10 feet. They were how far from you? Because you moved a total of 20.
Joe, why do you do these things to
They can actually get back to where they were, even with the 10-foot push. Okay. So the attacks against you, Jorak, failed. I rolled them before. So now one of them with a sword is attacking Dion. The highest is a 17.
Fails.
So the 17
I'm super dodgy.
does not hit. Okay. And then the other one is making attacks against 6. What is its bonus? Right here. So we got a 25, a 23, and the other one fails.
Those all miss.
So the first one deals 8 bludgeoning damage. And are you immune to disease?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I won't even make you make the save then.
I used to be.
And then the second one hits you for 11 bludgeoning.
What kind of zombies are they?
This fucking dog is killing me, dude.
Okay. And that's the end of their turn, and now we're back to Everin. Because they rolled shit initiative. They both rolled natural ones.
So everyone rolled shit initiative. Got it.
They both rolled natural ones on their initiative.
Except for Barnaby.
All right, now after all the movement that happened, can we get an idea of where?
Yes.
Wait, no. I'm looking at the wrong.
Let me send a new picture.
I have a lot of free time right now, so let me know when it's a good time for you, and we'll go through Roll20 so we can get this all.
That'll make everything better.
Totally agree.
Obviously not right now.
Yes. I will.
I mean, I'm not busy if you want to do it right now.
Unfortunately, like with Gavin, my weekends are pretty busy.
It's whenever we don't worry about setting up a time right now. Just let me know.
Cool. Okay, so that's the new picture of the battlefield.
Right.
Joe.
Your Zill dice is almost invisible in that one. Well,
I know, right? Because the shadows.
I don't even know which one I am. Oh, I'm the
You're yellow with the minus on it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought. Wait, which one's 6? The plus?
Yes, the black plus.
I meant to be on the opposite side of the 6-sided dice.
You can't because there's a staircase and a wall there.
But okay.
Sorry. Man,
don't you know with the update I can phase through objects?
You really got to start like drawing the map out in advance so that we can tell where we are.
This will help. The Roll20 stuff will help with that.
Yes, it will. Sorry, guys.
What are we going to be doing?
Can I charm the zombies?
You can attempt to.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use my panache.
Oh.
To
panache them.
I'm gonna convince them that they like it.
So they contest with an insight.
Correct.
Okay. Insight's based on charisma, right? Or is it wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay. Oh, that's actually better.
They need to know if they can trust me.
Okay. So you're just doing the one or two, the two closest? Or are you just going against one?
So the wording makes it sound like I can only go against one.
Okay. So the closest one, the one that's also engaged with Jorak.
Oh wait, we had a teammate engaged up there? I thought those were all zombies.
No. The green one and the purple one are Barnaby and Jorak.
Okay, I need to re-team, I think. Okay, so which one is...
The little blue one. The little dice are the zombies. The big dice are you guys.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just going to run up and I'm going to flank that red dice.
You're going to flank the red one? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that should give me, being a rogue...
You have advantage because you're flanking.
Bloody. And that advantage applies to my sneak attack, right?
It does.
Yeah, buddy. So I'm gonna hit it once.
That'll hit.
All right. Yeah, because I got a 12, not the 1, right?
Yeah.
Right. Good. Cool. So moving along here, we're gonna do some damage dealios.
You almost hit as hard as 6.
So we're gonna do some of that damage.
Okay. You actually skewer it through the brain and it dies.
Nice. How far away is the other one?
You're
Like, is
within
it
range. You can attack.
stabbing distance.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, buddy, I'm gonna hit him with that bonus attack. Now it says I don't get my modifier when I do this. Do I still get proficiency?
If you're proficient with the weapon, yes.
It says you don't add your ability modifier.
Okay, yeah, so you just wouldn't add your dex to it, so it'd just be your proficiency.
Gotcha. Oh, proficiency plus the weapon. Cool. And does he have do I have advantage against him as well?
Technically, but you don't get multiple attacks. Or you don't get sneak attack on this one.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
Because you only get that once a round.
14 hit?
14 against this one will hit, yes.
Snap. Okay, cool. I like that. And I'm stabbing it with a short sword. 1d6 plus 1. Or plus 6.
9. Okay.
Yep.
And this is 2. Okay.
Cool. Tasty cakes.
Barnaby. The one right in front of you just died, but there is one still in reach. Of melee
Okay.
reach.
Okay.
What happened to the map? Didn't you have a picture?
What?
Sorry, where the dice were. Where did that picture go?
It's in Inquisition.
Oh, I could have
I
sworn.
think the best option then. Melee attacks still have disadvantage, you said, right?
Unless you're using a dagger, trident, sword, or there was one other one, I think.
Okay, but you said sword would be okay?
Swords, short sword, spear, trident, or dagger.
Perfect, because I do have the dancing short sword.
Cool.
So,
Oh, my weapon's a short sword. Damn.
okay. No, I mean, for attack purposes, this is basically just a regular sword for the most part. Let me just double check that, though. Poison action is the cause of harm. Yeah, so basically I can use the dancing short sword to attack on my bonus action, which I think what I'll do is I have to use my bonus action in order to toss my magic sword in order to have it fly up to 30 feet, but I would wager I can have it fly to
Anywhere within 30 feet, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have the dancing short sword go and fly to the second closest zombie, just probably the one that's like right behind the one that is closest to me, or right to the side of it, I suppose.
Okay.
So that'll be the bonus action, which I'm kind of doing this out of order just for the sake of like being able to like
It's fine.
mentally process all this.
You
But
can use your actions in any order you want.
oh, well, shoot, cool. In that case, once a dancing short sword is in place, it needs to use my bonus action again in order to actually attack. So that'll be safe for next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, no, it says you can use a bonus action to cause it to fly 32 to another spot. As part of the same bonus action, you can cause the sword to attack one creature within 5 feet of it.
Yep.
Okay. I suppose if that is part of the same bonus action, we'll have it use my attack, and it does use my attack roll. So,
Okay.
D&D is complicated and like where it gets all the sources for its information sometimes. But with that, it is a +7 to attack. There we go.
That will
That-
not hit it.
No, absolutely not. Okay, but since that was just bonus action, the one that's right, the closest in front of me, I'm going to go ahead and just use a standard Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay.
So currently I have 3 beams for that, and that is a +9 to hit. So
Eldritch Blast.
yeah, I'm a bard and I know Eldritch Blast because of my some feat down the line that I got somewhere.
It's okay, I'm a sorcerer and I know Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Okay, so
That'll
does a
hit.
20 hit?
Well, you have to
Okay,
roll
excellent.
separately for each beam.
That's right. So let me do that real quick. I know technically you could do the damage or however mine.
Let's just figure out how many hit, and then you can just roll the damage together.
Yeah, I'll just roll 2 more d20. Okay, so there was a
Those both are going to hit.
excellent. So in that case, let's go ahead
So,
and just do
3d10 plus any bonuses. I don't know if they.
I am actually checking to see.
I don't think it gets any bonuses.
Just to confirm, are they still
No,
all
it does
fairy
not.
fired?
Yes.
They're all fairy fired, so attacks would be. If you would have disadvantage, they're just straight attacks, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Just checking.
Okay. All right, so 3d10 and no bonuses, so just each of those is the damage that they receive. So yeah, so
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
6 damage.
Ow.
How? Seriously, those are the
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It's not looking too good, but it's definitely
I could have gotten 30 damage, and this is what I get.
A fifth.
A 5th. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. B's just rolling low.
He
Okay.
pulls out a fifth. Is that what you're saying? Because he said
I
God,
feel like
wish.
pulling out a 5th.
Okay. Are you done with your turn
B's in more than one way is done.
then? Zill.
Okay. Can you re-describe it to me? How many are still up and moving?
There is 3 still up. One is engaged with Jorak and adjacent to Bees and Everin. And then there's the 2 across the room with Six and Dion.
Okay. And has anyone actually been hurt? Like hurt?
I think Jorak's the only one
Yeah.
that's... Oh, no, Six has been hurt.
I have not been hit.
That's right.
I'm the only one who's.
I think it-
How hard did it hit him?
Did bees get hit?
For me, a decent amount. It hit me for what was it, 17 total, or no, 19 total.
Okay. Good to know. I'm going to cast.
No, I don't like that.
The one engaged with Jorak is looking really not good. Like,
And there's
just
2
had-
of them over there, right? There's
There's only one engaged with Jorak, and there's 2 across the room. Yes,
Where's Dion?
Dion is across the room.
With
6.
Six.
Zorak? With 6. Okay, and I'm looking at the picture. Which one is Dion? Which color is he? The
Gold.
golden.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I am going to cast. I'm going to dual cast enlarge reduce, and I'm going to make both 6 and
We're under the ship.
Dion
You guys are in the bottom of the ship. Yes.
in the boat.
They're gonna break through.
No, it specifically says you fit if it would make you too big, if you fit the room.
Oh, no.
Trying to think here. I'm just gonna single cast because I don't want to waste the stuff. I'm just gonna single cast it on. We'll do it on Dion.
Okay.
Dion, you are now twice as big, and you get 1d4 to all of your damage.
Rar.
Rawr. And then I am going to do a first level healing word on 6. And I'm too tired to come up with anything clever, so you get your healing word heals. And I'm not gonna be fancy about it. Let's see, roll 1d.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
God damn it.
Hey man,
No!
I rolled max health heals, so
Praise the
you
sun.
get 8. Praise the sun. You get
Fuck
8 healed.
that.
Who does?
You do.
Do what?
You get healed
Yeah.
8-6.
Mr.
You
Roboto.
remind me of the babe.
Thank you. Thank you for
Healed 8, not
yes.
6
You got
gets healed 8.
I get 68 health. Got it.
Lol. I wish. Anyway,
12th level
7th
healing.
level heal spell.
and I am going to just chillaxo and stay right where I am and concentrate on a very big Dion.
6.
Okay, which one? They're both still up, right?
Yes. One isn't.
Okay.
One Dion can get. The other one only you can get.
Okay, I'll attack the one that he can't reach then.
Okay.
And I have.
It is
just
fairy
straight
fired,
attacks,
so
right? So it's just normal d20.
you would have advantage on the short sword attacks, and you'd have regular attacks on any normal attacks.
Yeah, so that was what I was gonna say earlier. My normal attacks are short swords, so I have advantage
Yes.
because it's water.
Mhm.
What about the unarmed attacks?
Unarmed is just a straight attack roll.
Okay. Sorry. So great.
I fucking
Okay.
hate 6. I
So-
fucking hate him.
What is it with you and doing the whole like
It was a
you have
20 and a
advantage,
1
you roll a
again.
20 and a 1?
That's
Like that's a thing that you
This
do.
is such fucking horseshit.
Good job. Alex.
I've
Good
rolled
job.
like
Shut
a
up.
nat 20 in the whole campaign.
See, this is why I didn't enlarge you. You don't need it.
Well, I mean, that crit alone is probably gonna kill it. Now I gotta find out how many extra dice to roll.
Unfucking
See, Mud, it's not just you. He crits
68
everything.
extra dice. How did we do this before? So
I guess
this
it's
is
fair.
It's the whatever the Vorpal Sword says to roll for your crits.
well, I mean, so it's
It's your
2d6 plus 8 for the normal crit, and then extra 68, right?
Yep. So
Okay.
plus 68
Oh, Jesus
plus your modifier.
Well, that's the plus 8 is my modifier.
Okay.
So it's 8d8 plus 8.
No, it's 2d6 for the attack, because it's
Oh,
double.
okay,
only
sorry.
1d6 plus 8 for my
I gotcha.
modifier plus 68. Okay, this is probably gonna look ridiculous after I roll. Okay,
Wow.
32.
32.
Those are a lot of ones. Holy shit.
Well, you got 32 to hit and then did 32 damage.
Okay, is he
Okay.
still up after that?
He is still up.
Right then. Second attack.
Doesn't it decapitate him?
No.
No.
We said it
That's
doesn't do that. It just does the extra dice.
Oh, that's right.
Yep,
Good-
because
good
because
to
it was
know.
a broken one that was reforged.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have
Doesn't
quite
it
the
only decapitate on a kill anyway, or is it?
No, it on a critical roll of something that's not immune, like not like has on something
Gotcha.
that doesn't have
Yeah.
legendary resistance, basically.
Or something that I can't cut its head off. Anyways,
will hit.
27 to hit.
Yes.
14 more. Why does it do that?
Okay, he's still awake. Or still alive.
Jeez. Okay. Bonus
Level Wick Alert Enthusiastic.
So bonus attack's just straight roll.
Yes. You doing flurry?
If this doesn't kill him.
Well, that'll hit.
20. Okay. Six more.
Okay, so you just punch him in the face, and his head just, like, comes clean off. Oh, actually, I need to roll this first. Yeah, no, his head comes clean off, and his body just slumps to the bottom.
Okay. I will move to flanking with Dion.
Okay.
For the other one. Because that was the blue one I killed.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
We're now on to Mud.
All right. So there's 2 left.
There's 2 left. One is one is sandwiched between Dion and Six, and the others have Jorak, Everin, and Bees around it. Are around it. And then Zill's back against the wall with you.
Okay, I'm gonna within 60 feet cast Dissonant Whispers on the one who has been attacked, because the one up by
All of them have been hit for damage. But
really?
the one between Dion and Six has definitely taken the least amount.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that one. 60 feet, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's in 60.
It has to do a Wisdom save of at least 16.
It does not.
Nice. It does. Oh wait, fuck. That much damage. Does caps not work? What happened there?
Oh, you can't caps it. You don't caps it.
14 damage. Oh,
14
that's kinda
damage?
shit, actually.
Okay. Cool.
And then is the other one, closer one, within 20 feet of me at least? I believe so.
Of you, let me look at the map real quick.
I think maybe.
Yeah, it's actually just 20 feet. Exactly 20.
Okay, so I'm going to do a mobile flourish.
It's Papa Clock.
To do an extra 10 walking speed and use my bardic inspiration on my attack die.
It's free real estate.
Okay.
It's free real estate.
Oh, also the one, actually, before I do that, the one that I hit with Dissonant Whispers
Is that
tries to run away.
Is that an attack action? Or is that
The
a
second one would
bonus
have been,
action?
yes. Oh, good question. I think it's an attack, and the flourish just counts on top of it.
You need to leave.
I'm talking about Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, that was a spell slot. It is a.
But the Dissonant
One
Whispers takes
action.
1 action, so you can't attack.
Yeah.
You can
Okay,
do a
never
bonus
mind. Well,
action.
Let's go back to the Dissonant Whispers, because when I hit it, the creature also. Hang on. Where did I read that? It immediately uses its reaction, if available, to move as far as speed allows away from me.
Okay. So 6 and Dion will both get attack of opportunity against it.
That's what I was going for.
Heck
Okay.
Yes, Distant Whispers is amazing.
I don't know if I actually have.
You must flee.
What are my bonus actions here?
Run,
You know-
fools.
Jorak, you get another bardic.
You can only have
Fly,
one.
you fools.
He didn't use his other one?
Nope.
No.
Slow.
You can give Zill
Roll
one. You can
decently.
give Barnaby one.
Who goes after Jorak?
Dion.
Dion? I hope you feel inspired. Hang on. I have to.
Oh, I'm being inspired?
He's got to
Why'd you
serenade
say
you
it?
first.
It's like a New York accent.
Oh, I'm being inspired.
Oh.
That is that New
Oh.
York?
I mean,
Where
That's Christopher Walken.
Over the rainbow
I swear I thought you
Skies.
were singing All Star for a second.
are blue like this ocean. All right. That's what you get. I hope you're inspired.
He should have played like Rob Thomas with Santana.
I actually now have
Smooth.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow to the tune of All Star in my head.
It's a hot
And you're
one.
very inspired.
I'm okay with it.
Hey.
Son.
So roll those attack rolls for the attacks of opportunity. Dion and 6.
All Star by the tune of Somewhere Over the Rainbow is the funniest thing in the world. Oh
Just
my
left.
god.
Oh, Beast just.
Oh,
left for
that
some
way
reason.
around,
There he
okay.
is.
So we get attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah, let me make sure of what my.
These are advantage.
Yes.
Dion, can he
They're
also
neutral,
use
right?
this bardic inspiration?
You would be neutral,
an extra
Dion.
D10 on the
6 would
attack
be
roll?
advantage because he's
Oh, because he's using a short sword.
mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they were fairy fired.
They are very
Can
right. That's
Dion-
why you have advantage 6.
Oh, okay.
Dion
Just-
only has a straight roll.
Yes, because unarmed attacks are weapon attacks, and so therefore they are at disadvantage underwater.
So 6 you'll hit.
Surprise,
let's see.
surprise.
Okay.
Does Dion get the D10 bardic inspiration to either hit or attack?
I'm gonna use that. No, it's just on a.
Well,
Just
it
on
says
2 hit.
ability check attack roll. Oh yeah,
Damn,
non-damage.
another one.
Hold on, I'm adding my thing.
9 damage.
Okay.
I've rolled so many ones for damage.
So 21 to hit.
21 to hit. That'll hit.
There we go.
Cool.
And you get an extra 1d4.
Mhm. I haven't activated my right yet, sadly.
It's okay.
This is. I still haven't had my second turn yet. That's how. that's where we are in combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. Who's closest to me? Zill. Zill. I'm gonna look at you and be like, "Please don't transform. We don't need that
Rude.
wet dog."
Yeah, because we have water breathing, does it smell like wet dog underwater?
Does
No,
smell?
it tastes like wet dog.
Oh, no.
Well, that's what
don't
smell is.
transform.
Smell
I'm
is
I
afraid-
imagine it smells less like wet dog and more like up dog.
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
Oh,
I'm gonna go check on bees. I think he has.
comedy genius.
I love it. So Dion did 12
Oh,
damage.
goodness.
That's good. Good damage.
Okay. And it goes down.
Rar.
There's only the one left.
Oh, sorry, we're underwater. Meow.
And Jorak.
I thought it was Dion's turn next.
Dion's
Nope.
after Jorak.
Oh.
I got
Okay.
really good initiative. Golf rolls.
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack twice.
'Kay.
Does a
You have a regular attack.
Okay, so just flat roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm raging. Hold on. Gain advantage on strength checks and saving. Plus 2 melee damage. Okay, so not anything. 2. This roll. I'm actually just going to do this twice. A 16 and a 19.
Both will hit.
Then that is 8. Plus 1d8. 29 damage total.
You only needed 3.
Well,
You
I got
definitely like carve it into pieces. Or no, actually, you just knock its head off. Actually, you're not
See,
using a sword.
I might die immediately in combat, but I sure am an inspiration.
I didn't use it at all.
Well, like,
Well, it lasts for
helped.
10 minutes.
get those guys killed, right?
Doesn't matter if you used it, you were still inspired.
when we were.
That was
So you guys
Love
have
me!
cleared the zombies.
Fucking finally.
Woo!
Jeez. Took you long enough.
God, like all 3 rounds of combat, guys.
Yeah, that was not even a full 3 rounds. That was
It wasn't. It was 1.5.
2 rounds.
That was a round and a half.
Dion only went
And-
once.
2 full rounds. Yeah, Dion would have been the last
All
one.
I did was move and take a reaction.
That was hefty. All
And I burned
did
a spell
was,
slot on
like,
making him big
do damage twice,
Well,
all of which
he
was
stays-
under 20 in total.
for 1 minute.
I'm big
Yeah.
for a whole minute.
Oh,
Let's go
just
find
for a
something
whole
else.
minute. Okay.
Yeah. I'd love me a big boy.
Dion aggressively swims through the water as a wolf, trying to find
Now,
a giant
now that
No,
right there,
not wolf
that right there
mode.
was not exactly the best representation of
Dion is
the
swimming. trying to
legends
find
that you
something
may
to
have
fight.
heard about. Now come back here. Wait, hold on. I didn't explain
Dion's gone.
myself very well. Wait, hang on. Come back here.
Azil swims over to Dion. Excuse me.
By the way, I really appreciate your mic work. I just got to say that.
It's good.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I can't do that because I'm wearing a headset.
That is my favorite benefit of having a mic that is in a static position because
I
I
have a Blue Yeti. It's just not set up.
A mic that's in a static position because I.
Well, I mean, I can kind of do that. I guess I can just kind of do this. I'm gonna just pull my headset.
Yeah, that worked really well, actually.
All right, someone's getting staticky though.
Okay.
I think it's Dan messing with
Was
his
it?
mic, trying to do the distant thing.
yeah, he's
Oh.
trying to be part of the cool kids.
Nope, these
Actually,
is
you're
you.
kind of staticky, Winston.
I was hearing it too, so I don't think it was me.
Yeah, it was definitely Weston. Or bees. Sorry. Not real names.
Bees.
Bees.
I'm gonna pick
Weston?
him up by the waist, and I'm gonna shake him until he's not static.
I have
Yeah,
a
my name is
cousin named
Weston, actually. Yes. That's my first name. Everyone thinks my last name is Jeffords, which is actually my last name. So everyone calls me Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Jeff.
My name
Jeff.
is not Jeff.
So your name is West Jeff.
My
Got
name
it.
is Jeff.
No, my name is Weston.
My name is Jeff.
Okay.
My name is not.
Okay.
If
Let's get on the.
Alex, I can actually go into your room and slap you. Do not do this.
Okay.
Alright,
Let's
wait.
get on with the game, guys. Okay.
Dan is aggressively swimming away, trying to find something to kill.
Okay. So
I
you
hate
swim
you.
out of the ship into a cavern.
He's an
Along
angry
the
boy.
floor of the cavern, you just see hundreds of bodies laying on the ground, on the
That's
seabed.
ominous.
Wait, same
Would you say-
type of bodies?
They have some growth on them, but most of them are fresher, and they don't appear to react when you move into the cavern. But there's hundreds of bodies across the whole floor of this cavern, and the cavern is huge.
Zil swims and catches up with Dion, who is
You mudded yourself.
very who is very likely to be. I assume that that we don't find combat within the next minute.
No.
Sorry, BB.
Shoop. Floop. There's a strange water pressure shift.
So other than a bunch of bodies on the ocean floor, what do we see?
The ceiling is made out of coral. It's about 50 feet up. There's ship debris that is sticking out of the coral all around. There's a couple columns of rock and coral that are rising up from the ground to the ceiling. But yeah, you guys can more or less explore however you see fit.
Perhaps we go that way, Zil says, pointing to the left. I.e., if you're looking at the map, I'm talking about going east over to the other broken ship.
Jesus, I totally forgot about the map.
Right?
One on the top right.
Top right.
Now I can't let the bodies hit the floor out of my fucking head.
Let's go back and listen to the dog.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Anyway, Since nobody has said anything about my plan, we're gonna go that direction.
Sure, that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
Down.
Yes.
Okay. As you pass beyond, down in this section of the cave, the coral glows in red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, and violet, all in different across the walls and ceiling in here.
Is it like pulsing, or like each section has color?
It's kind of like almost like shifting, like the current, almost like the tide. It's kind of like a shifting color where it's like iridescent.
Zill subconsciously mimics it, not even realizing it.
Okay. You see a shipwreck where the ship is ripped in half.
Ooh.
And within the center of that ship, you see hooks hanging from the coral with sea creatures skewered on it.
That doesn't look good.
And there is a small hole in the coral behind.
How does Eritan handle water?
Does the coral look natural?
The coral, it does look natural, but it's strange because the ship wreckage does not look as old as the coral looks. So you almost kind of get the feeling that this coral was magically grown over everything.
Okay.
Because the coral is ancient by how large it is and how much there is, but the ships look like they've been underwater for months. Maybe a year at the longest.
How is Eritan's swim speed? Can they swim?
They can swim. We'll probably
Half
give
their
them
flying?
half their flying, yeah.
Half their flying? Because they can fly 60. That means they can move 30.
Yeah, so they can move 30 feet.
Okay. Would you like me to send Eritan in and see what she can see?
Yes.
All right. Hold on to me so I don't.
Apparently, I'm Sean Wolfrey.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hold on to me so I don't drift away. And then I'm gonna see through Eritan and move through the water, and stealthily approach the shipwreck, looking at stuff, and then if there's nothing interesting, continue into the hole.
Okay.
That is the best move, Wolfman.
So as Eritan begins to move between the ship, she sees movement off to the lower half of the ship.
Movement in the so the southern half, looking at the map.
Yes.
There's
movement
Just so-
inside.
Eritan.
Oh, Eritan.
So Eritan will pause as Zill is controlling. Zill will say, "Movement on that side of the ship." As she kind of generally points that general direction. Difficult to do since she's, blind. Eritan would like to, skirt around the edge and then, come up and peek, trying to be all sneaky.
Okay.
And see what it is. With Zill ready to pop her back at a moment's notice.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Inside,
You
it
think
appears to
so?
be like sleeping quarters. For what appears to be 2 humanoids. And
Is it bunk beds?
It's hammocks, technically.
Well, fine.
The 2 people inside are humanoids, but they appear to have aquatic aspects to them.
Like our sea
They're
elf friend,
aquatics.
or
It almost looks like they were a human at one point, and then they were mutated
Oh, good.
through
Mutations.
some
Naga.
yes.
Okay. Eritan, I will whisper that. Zil will mention that to Dion. Eritan will kind of stay there and keep an eye on them.
I have a description for them.
Oh.
One of them is a tall, lanky human woman with a too wide mouth filled with rows of sharp shark teeth.
Wait.
Shark teeth.
Say that again. I got lost halfway through the sentence.
A tall, lanky human woman with a too wide mouth filled with rows of with rows and rows of sharp teeth,
Her mouth is too wide.
like a shark.
Okay.
Unnaturally wide mouth for a normal person.
Gotcha.
There is a shorter woman with broad shoulders. Her legs have been replaced with tentacles, and her upper torso is covered in some kind of tough shell, like
Chitin.
like it's almost like a conch shell,
Okay.
kind of like looking.
Do you have images?
I
I
don't
feel like you have images.
I don't actually.
Don't have images.
I just have a
Okay.
description of them.
That's fair. Okay. I will mention this, and I will have Eritan keep track. I will pull out so that Eritan is back in. Yeah, I know. You give me that look.
Am I with them?
I don't know. Where
You're
are
with
you?
the
Are you being
group.
zombies or?
Did they come with us? Did I go with them? I
Did
think
you
I
go
did.
ahead with the familiar that's scouting ahead?
She's
Oh,
just
not just
scouting
the
ship.
familiar. No.
I'm
okay.
scouting. I'm next to. Deanna and I
We
are still
as
a ways
group
back.
have not moved.
Okay, never mind. I will not try to seduce.
You cut out. Who are you not trying to seduce?
I'm trying to seduce the monster, but only 'cause they're
The tentacle monster.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for Eritan, just real quick. I want to.
Wondering if you were gonna make me roll that.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to snap my fingers and bring her back in a moment.
Okay.
20 total.
Okay. Let me check something. Where are they? Okay. Cool. Okay. So they appeared not to have noticed. But
Okay.
what are you guys doing?
I will, become myself again and look at Dion and explain to the group what I saw. They didn't like. I don't want to assume that they're hostile.
They looked like they were just
Living.
They didn't look like they were. They didn't actually look like they had any magic. When Eritan was up closer, you did notice that there was tools, and it looks like they're trying to carve the tunnel, widen the coral tunnel that is right by there. There's like chip marks where it appears they've been trying to chisel away at it.
Perhaps we go greet them politely, and if they attack, we defend ourselves. She says, looking at the party. Guys, come on.
What's the question?
I'm thinking quizzically. I'm looking
Yeah.
have like a quizzical face on right now because I don't know what to
whether
do.
or not. Fine, we'll talk.
You think we should go talk and
Yes.
see if they're friendly? There is a actual puppy dog in the background here.
I hope that's a dog.
Lol.
Barf.
Somebody yanked
Barf.
on Dion's tail and he made that noise.
Anyway.
Let's go talk to him. See if
Anyway. Okay.
We have a whole conversation while the DM is muted.
Yeah. So I think he can hear us. We just can't hear him. He says he will type.
Jorak finds 1,000,000 gold somehow.
Oh my.
Lol.
Turns out it's
Really
actually chocolate.
Saltwater taffy.
So we will. I suppose we will approach. Perhaps. Oh no, it's cursed gold. Perhaps we will.
Hermagerd.
I don't know, Dion. You want to go up there with me?
I'm gonna go up with you as well.
Okay.
I nodded. Dion's definitely going up there.
Next we go up.
I'm gonna roll a performance check.
We're all
that
going
way
up.
My
All right, we're all going up
stride
together.
to them is very,
Let's-
very.
Swim
Uh,
softly, but carry a big.
Swim.
Werewolf.
Softly
I'm like
carry a big stride.
Presenting myself, I'm being very regal in my approach, so that way they are disarmed by my presence.
I'm a werewolf.
I rolled 31.
Wow.
That's disarming them with my presence. That was what that roll was.
I think that combined with the presence of a were-ass wolf, I believe that disarmament is very
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
likely just the.
Well, it's my
I mean,
presence plus a looming effect. Dion, can you roll a loom?
Are you sure it's not an aluming effect?
It's not an aluminium. No, it's a looming. Because
Wow.
you're a giant werewolf looming behind
So,
my.
just to
my
confirm, are
wonderful
we not going
approach.
stealthily?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not stealthy. Okay.
Stealthy
you-
scares people.
If
We
This
you
is
have
were
some
like-
trying
stealthy
to,
people that they can stealthy.
yeah, I was
We're
gonna
essentially
say,
hearing the music "Awaken" from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure playing right now.
Yeah.
lol. Okay. So
I am
you
unaware of
guys
this.
want to go ahead and be
I'll
all
show
like
you.
seductive?
Gulp.
Gulp.
I rolled
I
a
want
31.
to know-
I'm seductive AF.
Hold on. I want to know exactly what you're doing to be seductive.
Well,
So I am
Fix
approaching
us, because he is going to
suavely.
be copying.
My stride is perfectly in step. My hair, as what's her name from Shape of Water, is flowing in the tide, and I give the creature, because it's not a monster, definitely not a monster. The creature, a startling stare, and my presence just exudes out of me in a way that cannot be quantified by words.
I like that you keep saying stride as if we're not swimming.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's swimming upright.
He's just
I'm
walking
s-
upright,
yeah.
Yeah,
swimming.
You
He's
can't
actually
see my
doing the
hands doing
moonwalk.
little dog paddles to propel me forward slowly with my legs just doing a walking motion. It's very impressive, frankly.
It's
Most
so
impressive.
good because like you can strike so many poses when you don't have to worry about gravity.
Exactly.
6 is mimicking all of that.
I approve entirely of this option.
Wow. Okay.
Barnaby is trying to use prestidigitation behind them as much as possible in order to enhance the effects, given whatever sort of like flashy lights he can conjure. It's beautiful.
Interesting.
Dion
Dan
just
is
swims up
typing.
quickly.
Two humanoids. The
Welcome
two
to a
humanoids
bar.
come out to meet the party. I'm assuming.
Okay, I think it's
Out,
quiet
not
enough
through.
now. I can unmute.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
Oh hi.
Hello.
No, the dog just got really excited because the whole household got home with groceries.
Oh, got it.
Woof.
My
Um,
favorite.
Okay,
So I am very impressively swim walking up to the humanoids.
Walking.
6 is
Yes.
not
Walking.
I heard all of it. I just couldn't reply in voice. So,
N-box.
Does he
swalking.
get a disadvantage because I'm trying to help?
No, with
No,
his
no.
role, he's like. So the two humanoids come out and they kind of like, almost like flank the ship. Like one goes to the other side and they kind of like, almost kind of use it like it's almost cover. Like they can just dart inside on each side. They'll be like, "Greetings. What brings you here?"
We're here on official voyage that has been halted by the tide.
Well, that's right. We were trying to just pass along in our own merry way, but we find ourselves a little bit hung up by various storms and stops and whirlpools and all sorts of various things that were impeding our path.
Okay.
And that's about it, I suppose.
Okay. There'll be. So you've gotten trapped by Gar's spell. I see.
Gar.
Gar.
Do you know Gar Shatterkill?
Gosh, oh my goodness, he is about as dead as a gold
This-
nail.
Motherfucker.
He haunts us even in death. He's not
Still.
dead though, is he? Wait, he didn't
He
really
must be
die.
dead.
Yeah,
Well, we banished him.
we kind of banished him. See, the thing is, we always just kind of assume that if you're banished to that sort of
Yeah.
realm of some kind, you're kind of just dead or at least gone from the picture
Yeah,
that is
The
life.
the bad guys aren't Goku. They don't come
Um,
back. That's not how this works. Fuck
Lol.
Gar Shattershield.
Hello, what is a Goku?
Who are we
Question?
talking about?
Question
Hi.
Mhm.
Yes.
or
hi,
more
yes.
more like interjection.
Lovely. Hang
Yes,
on.
While
hello.
they're
Weak.
having this conversation, Zill is using Eratan back mentally in Eratan, still holding on to Dion, and is going to like use this moment of distraction to sneak in and look through that hole that they were digging through.
Okay. So back in the chamber is a larger chamber behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to continue all the way back?
Yep,
Um,
maintaining stealth, of course.
okay. So you continue through, and then all of a sudden, you see out of the very back, you see something almost slither around. Big, thick tentacles
I don't care for that.
shift
Okay.
and curl around in the far back chamber cave of this.
Behind the okay.
So
looking at
the
picture.
there's a cave. So that arrow that point says up in the middle of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
where the arrow is at, there is a tunnel of coral. Beyond is a little chamber with that other little ship sticking into it, and then that
Mhm.
little
The very tip top of
the
that.
very tip top of that. Inside of that is where you see this mass of tentacles.
Tentacle. Okay.
Oh.
I will, of course, relay this.
You cut out, but I assume you said coral tunnel. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Coral tunnel, many tentacle. I will, of course, be quietly relaying
Coral
this to Dion.
tentacles.
And can I get any idea of like, are we talking size-wise? How big are we talking? Like huge, gigantic, enormous?
Let me.
Is it bigger than an enlarged werewolf?
That's actually a really good question. Is it bigger than an enlarged Dion?
Let me find it real quick.
Big.
It is huge. So it is bigger than an enlarged Dion.
Okay, and can I tell what
Rip
creature
shit.
it is?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
A natural? Okay, I can do natural. I mean, I can certainly try. Oh, no. 13, best number.
13.
Somebody is scratching on their mic.
You do not recognize it. It does remind you of, it's almost like it's strange. It's strangely like you know about octopus. It's very similar to an octopus, but you don't.
Okay.
But you've never seen one this large before.
Okay, so I basically say it looks like there's some sort of a giant octopus or possibly octopus creature.
Are you trying to stealthily tell the party this?
While they are having their big conversation, I am quietly whispering this to Dion.
Okay.
What? Just kidding.
Okay.
He just screams.
Oh! Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm better. I needed to.
Cool.
Cool.
Is Eritan doing anything else?
Eritan will then loop back and quietly hang out on the other end of the. Just kind of hang out over there, keeping an eye, but I will go back into my own mind again.
Okay. So she's on the inside of the coral tunnel or the outside?
She would come back toward. Actually, no. I would just snap my fingers and bring her back to me.
Okay. Cool.
Also, I will have to BRB here very quickly.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So you guys find out that Gar is still alive. Is everyone still there?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, I don't think I know who that is either.
I out of character know who that is. Our players don't.
I have no
Or
idea.
our characters don't.
Mud, Everin, and Bees know who that is.
And they're all 3 muted.
I suspect so.
Did they-
Sorry, I had someone in my room playing the ukulele in my ear.
Who was that?
Take a guess.
I'm gonna say mud. But he can't.
Okay.
It was inspiring, let me tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
Okay. So you guys have learned that Gar is still alive.
That
What?
I am very upset about this. So, the rest of the people, for who is interested and nearby and can hear me talking through
Well, I
the
mean,
water distance,
We threw his fork into the sea or into another
Yeah.
dimension, so
he
we don't have
was.
that to worry about.
Well,
He's
he
an evil cult leader. He had an
Aye.
evil fork. It was mostly a trident, but we're calling it a fork to really diminish his
It's a 3.
his image.
It did really
Well-
piss him off.
Oh yeah, he did not like our lighthearted, robust insults.
you
because he
threw
was
him
super
through the portal
serious.
with it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, because like that's how we take care of shit. Remember how we said we
You
did
cut
I,
out.
Did, I played the song for you guys once already about how we're heroes, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm not gonna play it again.
Yep, no need. We've heard it. No need. We've heard the song. And
What you're saying
Go
is that
ahead.
you,
No, do it again. They don't understand. Do
now what I hear is that we need an encore.
An encore, so not just the song again.
They-
but
they
like
need the
something
lore.
new. Oh, actually, thinking
We need a
about it,
deeper dive
This
into
is-
the lore here.
this is a different thing. Once upon a time, killed Gar. Really killed because we kicked him in a hole. That's pretty much it.
sounds about right.
I don't know if he was
Thank you.
supposed to cut out every 2 seconds. That's what it sounded like.
You
I think
did
I was
keep-
just being too loud.
Completely honest, it kind of adds to the ambiance.
So Gar Shadow Shield is a whole cult leader guy. He's a motherfucker who really likes playing with this water. These typhoons, these whirlpools make total sense now that he just said that guy's name.
Now he's basically like if Poseidon was a righteous cunt.
Could you imagine Riku from Kingdom Hearts, but as a water cult leader? That's pretty much what it is. Super edgy.
Which Riku? There's actually technically 2 Rikus in Kingdom Hearts.
The heartless one.
One of them's Riku. The other one's Riku.
Nobody reads these stupid books that y'all are talking about. The stupid series that come from the Far East. You keep talking about them like people are gonna know what you're going on about. And
Does
no one knows.
does everyone else not spend months at sea and need something to do?
Not as much as we do.
Oh, well,
is my
reading
first
books
time.
passes the time, so that way you're really well versed in knowledge about the Far Eastern storytelling methods.
Which would be true Except all of what you were reading is fictional.
So
we kicked him in a hole. Yeah.
So the two humanoids will look at each other and go, "You guys claim you killed and banished Gar Shatterkill?"
Not really killed, but like banished for sure. Yeah.
Not you. Wait a second. You said Ga Shatterkill. I thought he was
I think in my notes I said shield, but it's kill. Sorry.
Oh.
Shatterkill.
We called him Shatter Shield because he's protective of like all. He's just defensive about all the things and mean names we call him. So we started calling him Shatter Shield instead of Shatter
Actually,
Kill.
I think
because
that we just called him that
motherfucker
because.
didn't kill anybody.
Nah, I do appreciate
That's
the
more of a
behind that,
stretch
but
than I had to do before throwing his fork into the dimension.
I do want to kind of just pull back the curtain here a little bit, fellas. I'm pretty sure we just misheard his name.
But like that's part of the joke of it.
Is it a joke?
Yeah,
because I don't know if it's too much of a joke. Because I don't
remember
have
that
nobody
time
laughing.
he was given a big final dialogue, kicked him in the hole.
Oh
And,
yes,
Guys?
the villainous
He kept
monologue.
trying to-
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Guys.
kept trying to correct us, but we kicked him in anyways, even though we didn't hear his correction.
One
Guys.
moment, Zill. This is important.
Literally, as much as I like roleplay, I just stepped away for like 5 minutes and came back, and you're still on the same conversation.
Your mic is really scratchy. I don't know if anybody else.
I would like to continue the story if we can. I'm sorry to be that person, but please.
Actually, technically, it was our job to be that person, so it's fine.
Also, your mic is scratchy, Weston. Yeah.
I don't know what to do about that.
Try doing that server thing.
Mute yourself and then reseat it.
Okay. So they'll then turn and go, "Well, we just recently became residents of this coral mountain. But Gar Shatterkill is the master. Whatever trident you destroyed might not. I don't think you managed to do that because he has a trident, which he's been using to control and build this coral, and control the oceans around here.
Well, he's an asshole. You gonna help us kill him?
We cannot leave this area because until we can free our charge.
Are there more of you guys that can help us kill him?
Unfortunately, it's just the two of us.
What do you mean by free your charge?
We are Kraken priests.
Oh,
We were charged by a dying Kraken to protect its child. And
that's
at first, when we moved into this mountain, the Kraken was small, and he was living in this cave behind us. But over the couple months we've been here, he's multiplied in size and has grown too large for the hole, and we can't get him out.
Isn't that a bit dangerous? I mean, in the greater scheme of things.
Dangerous?
I mean, Krakens are rather notoriously known for being dangerous. Is that
Well,
mistaken?
they are ferocious beasts. Are
Oh,
ferocious.
that's a good point.
They are ferocious, but
If we help you guys with this Kraken, will the Kraken help us with this Gar Shatter Shield problem?
we do not wish the Kraken to be in harm's way. That is, we just wish to set him free so we might find a new place to live. Gar
How
has
about
Gar
let's-
has
let's maybe
plans.
strike a deal here. What if instead of harm's way, we just kind of guerrilla strike, where the Kraken will show up, wreck them up a little bit, and we'll finish them off.
Well, our Kraken is not a full-grown Kraken and is still fairly young, and I do not wish to forsake the promise that we made to its mother, who in turn gave us these powers. And they gesture at themselves, and the Kraken was the one that turned us into these forms and gave us the ability to live under the sea in order to protect their child.
And
Well, what makes you think Gar's not going to come after you and the Kraken?
Well, we have been here for months, and he has not.
It's probably just because he hasn't noticed you yet.
Oh, he knows
I
we're
mean-
here. We asked for permission to stay. But he grows more ambitious, and we are worried that he is going to enlist our aid.
Yeah, I'll give you a hint. He did that last time before we killed him too.
I mean,
It doesn't end well.
That is why we wish to get away.
Fair. What I'm asking for is maybe just use some of that power to, I don't know, distract him for a second so we can get the drop on him. You don't need to fight the whole war for us. We're asking for some kind of support in exchange for guaranteeing that you can get away.
Zill shakes her head slightly as he says the word guarantee. Out of character,
Mhm.
what information does Zill have on Krakens?
Roll a D100 for me.
Okay. Dion is also asking. I don't know if he was muted. He's not muted.
And Dion can go ahead and roll a D100 for me too.
Oh! Yeah,
Okay.
I know all about them.
You have read a book about Krakens.
I read a very,
You
very
are
specific book.
correct.
Maybe, see? Oh, that's totally. Oh, yep. Makes total sense now. No,
You know that Krakens will transform mortals into humanoid, like mutated fish beings, and they serve as priests. It's also Umberlee also has a hand in this, which is the god of the ocean, one of the gods of the ocean.
Is this one of the
Ocean man, take me by the hand.
Mr.
David's
Sandman.
gods, whatever?
Krakens are monstrosities.
No, no,
So
Kraken.
they're not. They don't fall under the realm of Melora. They fall under another realm of beasts, but they are considered titans.
Question. Are they inherently and exclusively evil? Or are they just other beings that exist?
They're chaotic. They tend to be evil because, in the sense of mortals, where they don't necessarily care about humanoids, they'll sink a ship if they're hungry, type thing.
I mean, humans will kill a deer if they're hungry, so
exactly.
that kind of thing.
They will defend themselves if attacked. They tend to be territorial. They like to dominate the section of sea that they rule over. In the fact that they're territorial. Once they're fully grown, they're pretty much like, it's incredibly difficult to kill a Kraken.
Yeah.
But
I
in
mean-
their younger age, as these ones describe, it's fairly easy, which is why its mother basically recruited these two to protect it until it was
They're
of age.
babysitters. They're Aziraphale and Crowley.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay. So knowing this, Zill would probably not really have a problem with them existing and or living, because they're just other creatures who are trying to survive in a world that doesn't want them to survive.
You do know that most likely once it's older and is of age, it will actually go to the outer seas beyond the continents, which is referred to as the Titan Expanse.
Gotcha.
Most ships can't sail it because they will get sunk by the huge monstrous sea creatures that sail it, and which is why,
Including, but not limited to Kraken.
Yep. Because the ocean of the floating sea is large, but it's too small for a full-grown Kraken to go unimpeded.
Okay.
So it will
makes
search for open ocean, like larger open oceans. So like, I think they're just hiding here now because it's central from where the Kraken was killed, the mother was killed, and the mortals were turned.
Okay. Well, I don't have a problem with helping you with your charge, so you can't really leave if none of us can leave. Does that make any sense? Do you have a way past the water barriers?
They'll be like, we do not, but Gar does not, as far as we know, does not wish to keep us here anymore. Then he wishes to bring more, as far as I know, bring more bodies and shipwrecks down here is what his goal is. I don't know. I don't know why, but he has been collecting bodies of the dead sailors and laying them on the floor of the cavern.
Have you seen him do anything else to the bodies? We fought a few that were animated.
Those ones, I have not seen what he does to animate them, but there was only a handful of them animated when I got here, and there has not been new ones since we've lived here.
Okay. And do you know where he is? Where he makes his base? Where he stays?
Yes, they do. They'll describe that if you just exit outside of this cavern and head directly, they basically describe directly south. There is a ship that you can pass through that will has a tunnel carved into the back of it that leads up to the upper reaches of the Coral Mountain. Gar has a chamber upstairs.
Okay. And how are you managing with your charge, your Kraken?
We are doing fine. We just have to chip away at this coral, and it's extremely draining work. We've managed to widen the tunnel a bit, but it's still not quite there yet.
Perhaps. So you said it's huge?
It is huge.
And one lower than that is large.
I believe so.
Huge, large, medium, small, I think. I mean, I may be able to help, actually, if... And I look around at the party, if there's no objections.
I mean, I wanted to help against the big bad, but what do I know?
So let me make sure I have this clear. Really, the only way to get through here is to deal with Gar. And also Gar is causing the deaths of many sailors, correct?
Yes, Gar sounds like a very terrible person who is a cult leader who is actually worshipping Tharizdun without realizing it. And we should definitely deal with him before we leave, but
Right.
I'm curious if there's any objections to me helping them release the Kraken.
Well, now I have less of an
just a
objection
large
because of the amazing
animal,
way that
isn't
you
it?
just done put that.
It's practically a.
I mean,
Now,
this one
I
isn't
shall
even full
require
grown.
you to, when this does occur, yell that particular phrase in a very commanding and important sounding voice.
I can do that.
Sorry,
Um,
which phrase?
Oh, he wants me to release the Kraken.
I do want you to release the Kraken.
Why? Why is that such a?
I don't know.
Should
It just
we
seems
get
to be.
crack?
It just bards have a very
Yes, let's
particular
help.
Okay.
way of hearing certain phrases and then kind of just rolling with it.
She'll turn back to the people. Do you happen to? Are you able to communicate with it?
It has been listening into this whole conversation.
Do you think it would be amiable to me attempting to help it with magic?
All of a sudden, you'll hear a voice in your head.
Oh.
You'll help me escape?
I would certainly like to try. May I come see you?
It'll pause for a second, and you'll see the two Kraken priests react, and then you'll hear a voice go, "You may enter as long as the priests come with you."
Of course, I would expect no more or no less. And assuming they guide me in, I would go in. Basically, what I want to know is if I cast reduce and reduce him from huge to large, would we be able to get him out from where he currently is?
The tunnel is only 5 feet wide. So large creature is 10 foot. So going in and seeing his size, you do not believe that you could get him out that way.
Aren't they able to squish like really small?
Yes. How small would you be able to get?
He unfortunately does not have that ability because he is not an octopus. He's a squid.
He's a squidopus. Hey, squids can do it too.
But he's
Is his name Tempest by chance?
no.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Interesting. I wish I had a way of making. I can reduce your size a bit, but I don't think I could reduce you quite this much.
How I'm sorry, out of character. How big is this thing?
It's
huge, right?
So it's
It's 15 feet
yes.
ish.
Yes.
Well, reduce will chop that in half, so it'll only be 7 feet big. If the tunnel's 10 feet,
he would be reduced to
One size category smaller.
So technically,
It technically says
and large reduce actually halves their size.
it does literally say it halves their
Okay.
size. Let me read it here. I will find it and pull it up and.
It like even goes into the math about their weight and everything. Like
Okay.
it's straight up.
Well, there's a picture of it when you go in there to see it.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Would you look at the Kraken spawn?
Let's see.
Who's gonna destroy all the ships? Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Who can create whirlpools at will?
I'm reading. Target size is halved in all dimensions. Its weight is reduced to 1/8 of its normal. This reduction decreases its size by one category, from medium to small example. Until the spell ends, the target has disadvantage on strength checks, etc.
Okay.
It specifically says halved in all dimensions.
Okay. I'm gonna say if you guys can widen the tunnel just a little bit, then yes.
Okay. I would absolutely relay this to the party. Would you be... Any of you be in... Would any of you be opposed to helping widen the tunnel just a little and they may be able to help get him out?
What is the tunnel made of?
It's coral.
I mean, if it requires a dexterous hand, sure.
I'll just like grab it and like see how easy it is.
It's
I'm gonna shove food in
pretty.
my-
It's pretty dense. You'd probably have to hit it.
It won't like just snap
Do you-
off a piece.
You
Or
could probably
I'm trying
break
to
off like
control
surface pieces, but you would have to. It's basically like a solid wall of like calcified coral.
Okay, so it's not like the little like finger type.
No.
I'll punch it then to see how hard it is.
Okay. Just make an attack roll. I have stats for coral. Let me find out how strong it is.
Do I get advantage because it's a non-moving wall? Do I have to roll to hit?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So do I get advantage or no?
You can have advantage because it's not going anywhere.
That's
But it's also underwater and you're just punching it, right?
well, I have a sword.
Are you trying to use your sword on...
Or yeah, I'll just hit it with the sword to see how
Okay, so...
hard it is to break it.
So, yes, you hit it. So, go roll some damage. Okay. You see it crack, and it starts to, like... It's doing that, like, where it's like there's a piece loose, but it's, like, wedged between other pieces of coral, and it's still there.
This might take a while.
What are you guys doing?
I'll help
Another
Six.
I mean, if we all work together, I'm sure it wouldn't take quite as long.
But it's
Immediately just starts clawing at the walls.
area.
Okay.
Zoe will use her Divine Blast because it does force damage, and she'll focus it like when cracks appear. She'll use that to help with the breaking it
Okay.
at the cracks.
Okay.
And it's a cantrip, so I can do it 1,000,000 times.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Where's the stats for those staffs we have?
Oh, that's true. We do have magical, fancy, explodey staffs, don't we?
Oh, the laser staffs.
We do have laser staffs.
You'll have a like a war pick that's probably really good at doing this.
Force Pike, melee ranged weapon attack, +4 to hit, 5 reach, range creature, force damage. Attack has a disadvantage against targets, polished metal, armor, shield, range, have, firing through fog or smoke, force use energies. Basically, it just does 1d10 plus 2 force damage.
I mean, that's force damage. Would that be?
My cantrip
more
does that. My
effective?
cantrip does that and more.
You would basically have to. You would probably have to like completely burn through all of
Burn through the charges.
your charges on a lot of your batteries to.
I wouldn't.
And I mean, again, my cantrip does 1d10 twice per cantrip cast. So, like, it's really not a problem. I'll just cantrip it.
Okay.
Speaking of which, DM, I would like to use a charge for my force shield ability.
What does that do?
Just the temporary health.
Okay.
So I get 8 temporary health.
Okay. Cool.
Just as a point of order, the shatter ability could be really cool right now. Just saying, that's a thing. Shattering walls and coral and shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to burn too many of those.
All right then.
He's only got like 3 uses of it, I think, a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah.
case we get in a bigger fight, I'd rather not help a devastation beast.
All right, Dan. How do you want us to do this?
I'm just going to say that you guys are doing this right now. I'm reading something so I can figure out how things are going to go from here.
Ah, yes.
How
This
noisy.
is what happens when we step outside of your box.
Yes, yeah, you guys definitely... I was not expecting this, but yeah.
Zill's like, oh, there's a creature trapped? Sure,
I
I'll
should
help.
have suspected it.
You 100% should have seen this coming.
Okay. Okay, so you guys spend a good chunk of time chipping away. When all of a sudden, Six, out of the corner of his eyes, sees something up behind you guys.
Okay, what is it?
It's a humanoid with a trident.
What was his name?
Gar Shatterkill.
Gar!
What?
Oh boy.
I would say, are you Gar?
He'll look down at you guys and
Don't
go,
trust him.
Bees, Everin, and Mud, you recognize him, but he looks different.
What?
How so?
He's not covered in barnacles this time, and he has a different trident than he had before.
That...
Hang on. Is trying like is it? Does it look? And this is a weird question. Does it look newer?
It does not look like the one he had. Give me a second, and I can pull up a picture.
Well, I mean,
Does it look like good or evil in any way, shape, or form? Like, could you quantify it?
There's like a detect good or evil
Let
spell.
me-
I think.
I'll share the picture of the one you know.
That's way too late. It's gotta go.
That gif is actually how we beat him.
Killed a guy with a trident.
Ichthy has killed many guys with a trident.
Okay, so
Who is this
we're going into notes. I'm gonna cancel that. Okay, so the first one I'm sharing is the one that Six has seen, and you guys have seen him use. That's
Okay,
that's the cursed one that they know of. And
Okay.
this second one is the one he's wielding now.
Okay, so significantly different.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Simon knows who this is.
so does Jorak?
Jorak does not.
Who's
That was his dream.
It was not a dream.
Same as it ever was.
So, but he
Same as it
looks
ever
down and
was.
goes, "What are you guys doing?"
It's a very casual way of asking what's up. Well, now, if I do recall, you should have been right there in a sort of personal hail of some kind, instead of coming back in order to bite us in the proverbial ass.
You guys did banish me to the plane of water, but Umberlee has set me free.
Now, hang on. I gotta write this down. Is that Umberlee as in two words, or Umberlee as in a singular word?
Umberlee is the god of the goddess of the ocean.
Thank you. All right then. So what brings you back to our neck of the woods? Our woods being the plane of humanity and existence, and other people who are not
Primaterial
humans.
plane.
Now you know what I meant, so you don't have to be all corrections. And you know what? That's fine.
He'll be. Umberlee has brought me back so that I might bring the wrath of the ocean to the surface.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt, and Zoe will swim over. Are you the Scar that I've heard about?
My name is Gar Shatterkill.
Kill him.
My name is Zill, and it's a pleasure to meet you, though.
It's
Out of
not kill
character.
him.
Shut up. Out of character. What was the cult that he's a part of?
The crashing waves.
Crashing Waves. 1 second.
He also just admitted the fact that he is
Crushing
his
waves,
mission
not
is
crashing
to,
waves.
like, assault land. So
The guy in the Aquaman movie.
Oh, I was gonna say he's the guy in the Pokemon game, but that's beside the point.
is Black Manta?
No, the other guy.
So, in the Crushing Waves, they were worshipping what they thought was.
They were worshipping Ol Hydra.
Spell that for
Hail
me.
Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
They were worshipping Hail Hydra.
Ol Hydra.
OL?
Old Hydra.
Here, I'll.
Good old Hydra.
Love that Hydra.
Hail the
And Ol Hydra turned out to be.
Ol Hydra is actually evil elemental. Ol Hydra believes the Elder Elemental Eye is her creator.
The old elemental eye is the creator, but is actually being catfished by the chained oblivious.
Chained Oblivious.
I mean, either way, we're basically we're working with some peeps who were willingly, regardless of whether it was the correct god or not, trying to worship evil. So, like, no.
So Zill still. Shit. So I understand that you are. What is this? The leader of what was it called? The Crushing Waves.
That was my former life.
Your former self, and you no longer.
These 3 nuisances defeated me about 2 years ago, I believe. And they cast me into the elemental plane of water, destroying drowned my magical weapon that bound me to Ol Hydra. Ol Hydra spent that time punishing me. Until one day I woke up on the shores of Vonselrun.
Oh.
This trident in my hand.
Interesting.
Umberlee has chosen me
Mm-hmm.
to bring her word and her faith to the surface.
What does Zill know about Umberlee exactly? I know ocean goddess of the ocean.
Umberlee is a goddess of the ocean. As you know, goddesses of the ocean are worshipped in Haven, but they tend to be evil. But they're still worshipped because if you worship her, they're more likely to allow you passage over the seas. So it's kind of like that give and take. She's fickle in a way. She's very fickle. But she technically is evil, but she shifts between evil and neutral. tending to be a little more chaotic
Mm-hmm.
in her nature, but
Basically, praise me or die.
if you don't,
So-
basically, if you don't pray to her, she's going to try to sink your ship, kind of thing. If
Mhm,
she's in the
mhm.
mood.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And you said you're now
I am now a
Doing-
disciple of Umberlee.
and you're doing her bidding?
I am.
And this Zill will gesture around. This is her bidding? It seems very odd. Gesturing at all of the dead bodies and ships and pearl.
It is only a
5
means
gold
to the
says
end.
that he is going to say something along the lines of the machinations of gods are not, understood by the mortals. Something about it being beyond your understanding. Am I on the mark there, Gar?
This is all by her bidding. It is just a means to an end.
I'm going to
Damn, I
say
was
that's like 2 gold, 5 silver.
I
And
was going to take that bet.
So I'm sorry, I'm just a little confused. What is the end that you're trying to find means to?
I am building an army.
An army to do what? I mean, armies can be for defense or offense, or
Dion snarls.
To bring Umberlee's wrath to the surface.
Jorak was in the army.
So
Yes.
offense then.
Umberlee's
Shut the fuck up, Six.
wrath. That doesn't sound
And who does wrath be coming down upon?
service, apparently.
He'll basically the way he'll describe it, he's like, it will become against anyone who encroaches on her oceans.
Oh,
Define encroach.
that's what I was gonna say.
So you cross the line.
Coastal
Six.
cities that plunder her ocean's riches and take from its bounty.
Oh, whoopsie-doo.
Well, is there any sort of, I mean, contracts, negotiation, compromise? A little give, a little take. Perhaps there's something that the land can give to the ocean and the ocean can give to the land. I think that an all-out war isn't going to do anybody.
The surface has already done enough over the years to damage this world. We want to remove the ocean from the surface's control.
You want to liberate the ocean from,
The surface.
because you genuinely keep cutting out a little bit on my
Okay.
end.
Yes, Gar wants to liberate the ocean from the surface. Or liberate the ocean from the surface.
Right. So when are you saying that you want to flood the earth? Is that what you're essentially having as your main goal, or are you saying that you'll settle for removing all life that is on the surface world?
We will lay siege and destroy any city that is built on the water or near the water that takes from the water. Sink all
Alright.
ships, destroy
Tonight's
all.
game is brought to you by Greenpeace.
Well,
More like green violence.
And you are about to release my final piece.
oh,
And I can't allow that.
what do you mean your final piece? That makes no sense.
He does not want
He
you
wishes
to
to-
release the Kraken.
I
wishes
think
to use
that
the
he's
Kraken as a
saying that he
weapon.
does not want you to release the Kraken, as was said just now. But I am emphasizing I really do need you to release that Kraken.
I feel like you're not going to work with us on this, are you, Gar? You're not going to make
You
any sort
don't
of...
say.
As
I
long
coulda
as
told you
your
that.
as long as your way does not involve getting in mine.
Well, I think that simply being dwellers of the surface is going to be a problem then. It seems so odd to me that you would want to completely alienate yourself. Now, I understand not wanting to be taken advantage of, both yourself as a person and the ocean itself. But I think that it sounds like you're cutting off. How do I put this?
I'm cutting off the rot that is poisoning the ocean.
If you cut off the rot, but the rot is somewhere vital, then you're going to kill yourself. If you are, if you get a deep and terrible wound in your head and you simply cut off your head, you are not going to survive. There are other ways, and some of them are not quite as easy, but...
There may be other ways, but this is what Umberlee has asked. And Umberlee freed me from my hell that these three put me in.
That's fair. Is there any way that Umberlee would... I get that you are the messenger and that you are doing her bidding. Trust me, I understand that way better than you may understand. But perhaps would she be willing to have a conversation with us? I think that... I don't know. I'd just like to make sure that she wasn't doing anything rash.
She is not very much in a talkative mood with surface dwellers these days.
Well, perhaps you'd at least give me the chance.
You
Kinda like...
You can ask if she will respond. I don't know. Do you worship her?
No, but I definitely respect her, as I do all of the not outright terribly evil want to kill me gods. She says, rolling her eyes at a very specific entity. I would at least like to try if for anything rash or anything like that happens. I hear that you are, and she'll gesture off, you are staying over in that area, yes?
This is my domain.
Well, yes, I do apologize. I just meant if you would give us some time, maybe I could speak to, or at least reach out to her, Umberlee. Then once I have made my attempt, perhaps we can talk again.
As long as you leave the Kraken where it is.
I look over. I'm not sure the Kraken fit through the hole anyway, so... I mean...
Then you may move away and you can contact Umberlee if you can.
Okay. I mean... That seems reasonable. I look at the group. What do you think? Give it a day? 24 hours? Touch base with you tomorrow then?
If I'm being
Silk
perfectly
gives you a
honest
very,
here,
very stern look.
Dion has been very clearly itching to rip this dude apart the entire time.
I know.
yeah, Bees is in the same fucking boat.
I know.
Agreed.
All right. Fine. I will state my horribly powerful desire to pull out the dancing blade and start just doing a rapid, horrid jig with it, and just say, we'll give it a day.
Just a day. That way we
Just
can
a
make sure we're not
day.
making any rash decisions.
A whole 24 hours.
So I look back at
Super.
I look back at Gar. Does he seem to acquiesce? Give us a day to chat about this and get back to him tomorrow?
He's on guard and he's prepared to react should you guys not. But he is not being... He's being hostile in that he's demanding you leave the Kraken. but he's not being hostile. As in, if you follow his demands, he's not going to attack. And that's from your passive insight.
Okay. I guess perhaps we can go somewhere relatively safe other than here. Zil would like to sit down and have a conversation with the entire group without this dude standing around them.
Okay.
So yeah, Zil will totally nod and be like, we can definitely step away and then swim away and
Okay.
make our way elsewhere.
So where are you guys going?
That's a good question. Somewhere that doesn't have a bunch of dead bodies.
Is the whirlpool still active?
The
Outside?
whirlpools are probably still going to be active.
So in here,
You
whether
can't
it be on the
tell
boat-
in here because there's no outside access except through the ship, the original ship.
Okay.
So there's a couple ships you guys could go inside that are away from the Kraken's chamber.
Maybe possibly back somewhere we've already been where we know it's safe.
You going back to the main ship?
Yeah.
The entrance?
Wherever there's not zombies. Remove the zombies.
Well,
so it's not...
all the dead bodies in this main chamber don't appear to be zombies.
Okay. Yeah. Basically anywhere where we can chill. I'm not
Ship
too worried
where
about
we
exactly
came
where.
in through.
Yeah, like the ship where we came in through. That's where we should go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go back there? Everyone?
Yep.
I'm just checking. Is it unanimous? Everyone's leaving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
I let the two
unhappy.
I let the two
Unhappy
Kraken
with the
priests
resolution.
know that we're
of
gonna
this.
see what we
Yeah,
can do.
I'm very clearly unhappy as well.
I know, guys. I'm not saying that we're not gonna kill him. I'm saying that we need to talk about this before we jump in and kill him.
I'm just saying we're
I also
gonna
missed
kill him later.
That's kind of what's going on, guys. Give me a break. I'm not saying we're not gonna kill him.
Guys, we're just procrastinating. It's fine.
Okay. I need to run and take care of something real quick. I will be right back.
Okay.
You guys go ahead and discuss what you want to do, and then when I get back, I'll
Okay.
just get a recap.
Okay.
Yes, I seriously doubt any of you guys started your group project today. Signed.
Lol. Okay, so basically, what Zil wants to do is, and I'll have to wait for him to actually do this. Zil is going to meditate and pray and say, "Hey, Paylor, can you talk to Umberleaf for me?" See how that goes. Probably not going to go because, well, let's be honest here. Dan's not very good at improv. Sometimes. And I don't know. Also discussing what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and what happened last time you guys fought him, because if we go in there with more information, we're more likely to come out alive. This is very much a buying us time so we can figure out what to do and how to do it best.
I'm just gonna say something since Dan's not here.
Yeah.
He said don't move the Kraken. We weren't going to move it. The Kraken can move itself.
Lol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that little tiny semantic is not going to change the fact that this guy will attack us.
You may be mad about it, but you'll be wrong.
I mean, I'll grant you that. But yeah,
I'm still gonna let it out anyway.
I guess Zil isn't completely, because this guy is a bona fide big bad evil guy.
right?
Like
And he
bonafide.
got a new trident. He unbanished from the realm dimension of evil, water evil dimension thing that we banished him to. Not a horrible idea to recoup and see what we're up against.
Also,
Right.
I do want to share a quick MS Paint drawing that I did, which was basically Bees' face the whole entire fucking time.
I love it so much.
That's
amazing.
a Naruto face if I've ever seen one.
It's. I tried to make an expression of a man who just wants to die and kill at the same time.
It's good.
Guys, I have the hiccups. It feels like I'm being punched.
No.
Okay, I'm back.
You can't just say that.
Wow.
So, what have you guys discussed?
Excuse me. So Zil would like to sit and pray and first reach out to Paylor and say, hey,
Yes.
Paylor, can you help me reach out to Umber? God, I have hiccups. I hate it. Can you help me reach out to Umber?
It's all that water breathing.
Okay.
I know, right?
That was very good.
Was that hold on? Was that a hiccup?
Yes.
What the fuck was that? That you basically. It sounded like you hiccuped out.
It sounded like a verbal tick. It just like
That is what I heard.
that was
scared
more
the shit
accurate.
out of me.
I tried to emulate it, and like a real hiccup sound came out. Like just...
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll just get a warm presence from Paylor. Is kind of like a comforting kind of feeling, but you get the feeling that he's not going to be able to help you with this one.
I got his voicemail. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. Anyway, okay. Once that happens, then Zil is going to sit and discuss with them how they want to tackle this, because obviously we can't just let this guy do his thing. And yes, she will look over at Dion and be like, yes, Dion, I know. We have to kill him. That was never in question, unless I could get him to genuinely change his ways, but I at least had to give him the chance.
But can we kill him now?
We can certainly try.
Dion's clenched claws are relaxing slightly.
I'm so glad that you said claws and nothing else.
Clenched claws.
Oh yeah, he's probably white knuckling it so bad that he's pierced his own palms.
Except we can't see the color of the knuckles.
No, but you could probably see the blood flowing out of his palm.
Oh.
Put some sand in his claws there and make a fucking pearl.
Oh.
Diamonds. Crush that shit.
So yeah, what Zil wants to know is, what were his abilities last time you fought him? What sort of shit should we look out for, etc.? Acknowledging that he's probably changed a lot, yes, but like, whatever information we can get that can help. Also,
Dion's keeping
like us
very
to take
aware
a
of
short
his
rest.
scent.
As best as you can in water.
I
mean-
was very aware of his.
I mean,
last
actually-
time, too.
He had a very distinct musk.
So
what was that, Dion?
the difference between I'll help them kind of
Mhm.
describe it. The difference between last time and this time is he's not under the influence of the curse from the trident. He's not under the influence of the evil elemental Ol Hydra. This time he's confident, he's driven, he's under the influence of a sea goddess.
He caught religion.
And he was rescued from a torturous hellscape.
Which
And
he should have
given-
stayed in.
And given a incredibly powerful magical item.
He didn't find God. God found him.
Is there any way that we can open a portal to a different evil realm of torture that isn't water goddesses?
Real
Kick him
quick,
in
you
that
did
hole?
say
Both
different
ways.
instead of different.
Different.
No,
If
but
you
you
guys
can't
have a
just
way
take it
to
back.
do that, then yes.
Zil, since you're all like do you have a way to do that?
You cut out, say again?
Since you're like all god touched and whatnot, do you have a way to open a portal to another realm of pure torture that we can kick evil guys into?
Sort of planar
Um,
shift, if you will.
I do not unfortunately have that level of power.
Dang it, that's like his weakness.
Next time, we should just send him to the dead zone.
Yeah, true.
Well,
By the next Garlic Jr.
Garlic.
do we get to take a short rest?
Don't worry about it.
You guys can take a short rest if you want.
I'd
Okay.
say that would be appropriate. Yes.
Then I am going to. I'm pretty sure that with the way that my sorcery points and my warlock pact slots work, I can probably get all of my spell slots back. I just have to double check.
Do you gain all your sorcery points back at the end of?
No, I gain my slot, my pact slots back.
Oh, that's right.
So, and I can burn a pact slot to create sorcery points.
That's right.
So, if I burn a pact slot, let's see.
Turn it into sorcery points.
Yeah, and then take a short rest, I get my pact slot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your guys' plan? You gonna just go back in there and fight him?
Can half of us be in half of him?
What?
I think we should go back in there and next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Are you saying you're done for the episode? Is that what that is?
We're gonna do just
I
a
definitely-
tiny bit more, Tyler, and then we'll be done.
I definitely don't have time for combat tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. That is another reason I kind of wanted to pause.
So, I think since we can cast invisibility, is that what happened in that last fight there?
It didn't actually happen, but it could happen.
We can
Right.
invisible half the crew,
Mhm.
and then have the other crew go in and meet Gar to hear his terms and his conditions, and then we can ambush him with our invisible crew. Though, does invisibility really work underwater because you're like taking up space that's in the water? Is it like a thing?
I would imagine that invisibility has some sort of disadvantage because of the bubbles that come from your breathing. Does
Well,
water breathing actually still cause
no.
bubbles?
No,
Like, I
'cause you're
imagine
just
that
breathing
even
the
then-
water itself.
Okay, well, I imagine that the movement of some kind still causes like waves that can be like at least
No,
somewhat
it
felt
just
or
looks like
heard,
water.
or I mean, like you could still like somewhat
You look like a moving bubble.
right. That's what I mean.
right, because
A
like if you
person-shaped
could
bubble.
in air, if you could see the air, you'd be able to see an invisible person technically. So in water, because you can see water.
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be
have
able
you
to
ever
see
seen
Yeah.
an
glass in
invisible person?
water?
Oh, true.
I mean,
It pretty much becomes
yeah.
invisible.
Yeah,
That's
it's
I
like a
just
water
feel like
wave.
the movement of it, like
Um,
I wonder how like the refraction of light looks.
Yeah,
if you're,
light
like-
would be a problem, but beyond that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so-
hey, if you can't see in darkness,
yeah.
So we could invisible half the crew, sneak him in and ambush him to get the jump on him and some good beginning of combat damage, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Throwing shit out there. I mean, it's better than nothing.
I mean, we don't have a portal we can open and kick him into, so this is my second resort, plan B. Unless you guys know each other better, like your powers and stuff, so maybe you guys have a good idea.
You have your synergy, whereas we, in our case, we have our own kind of synergy, which is mainly just rapport.
Kicking people and being very charismatic.
Yes.
Zill,
yes.
all of a sudden you hear a voice in your head that you recognize as the Kraken, and
Mhm.
goes,
Oh.
"He knows. Help."
Oh fuck.
I relay this to everybody, and I basically ask him to clarify to the best of his ability, and I suppose we're all gonna have to rush over there.
how
Cool.
So, okay, so I'm just gonna get to this point, and we'll pick up with combat at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys swim out. The Kraken basically says, "Gar knows you plan to betray him, and is killing my priests.
We didn't plan to betray him. We told him we would talk to him about it tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest here and probably say that he just probably knew based on the demeanor of the 3 people that you have with you. I do
fair.
apologize for that.
I'll mostly blame bees for it.
That's a fair
I don't know.
point.
That was my demeanor too. I was not hiding it very well.
No, you weren't.
I'm
But look at
charismatic, so I
this.
was hiding it very well, but if you looked at my eyes, you could see
Oh, so
was
am I.
gonna,
Mostly that's
turn
just
his
because
skin inside out and wear it.
Everin was just like disassociating through the whole thing.
Okay, so you swim over towards the Kraken, and you watch as Gar pulls his trident out of the second dead priest, glances back at you, goes, "Everything in my domain I hear." And then he swims
Yeah,
into
I
the
figured.
Kraken's chamber.
Shit.
Yep.
Did
All right,
you
whatever.
cast-
And then that's where we're at. And we'll pick up next time.
Damn.
Cool. We messed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good night.
Okay.
Yep, I'm a bounce. Good night.
Good night.
Night, guys.
Thanks for a fun session night.
I guess.